Welcome everyone to DieFall Alderheart episode 8. I actually remembered and even put it in the title, which is kind of new for me. But hey, welcome everyone. It's our weekly Thursday. We get to be little animals and stuff show. And slowly the wood burns down around us and the bandits hijack all the goods and food and things for people to survive. But other than that, it's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty good. So hello cast. I know we've been chatting for a little while. We've been talking about Twitter arguments and how some people feel that a Twitter argument is the absolute place where they need to go die on this hill that they've built for themselves. And it's kind of funny. We won't go into too many details of it because otherwise we'll just talk about, really terrible people for a long time. But it's kind of funny. Malaveth, how have you been? What's going on? And I know you've been playing some Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
Have you been enjoying it?
Yeah.
What's been your favorite thing so far? Oh,
it's
nice.
Fun. Yeah, thank you.
Very cool.
It's a blast. I didn't think I'd like it because I don't like the actor's face. It's not his fault. He has that face. I just recognize it from other things and it just takes me out of the story. And I wish I could give him a mask. But I guess there's a mod to change his face. It gives him some beard action, which hides a lot of it. So I'm going to try and check that out. But otherwise, it's a lot of fun. I like it. I like doing the swingy sword lightsaber thing. Just go. And you can make it like a periwinkle color, which is pretty snazzy.
Periwinkle? That's like oddly specifically colored. That's kind of awesome. I thought they only came in like primaries and purple, but I don't really know much about Star Wars, so that's not really saying a whole lot.
They got rid of all the old stuff. Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. Wow. What's the little robot's name? Because there's always a cute little robot. So what's the little one with the legs?
Like BD.
BD.
Something.
Okay.
Something. He calls it Buddy because it's cute.
BD. That.
Little Buddy.
Maybe just forgets the name and he calls them Buddy.
Probably.
Like, hey buddy, hey guy.
Hey.
Doesn't actually remember what it is, but yeah. What's been? I heard because one of my friends was like, "Oh, I like it, but I don't fight enough like Sith guys with lightsabers or whatever. I fight a lot more like frog creatures." Do you find the balance to fighting people over creatures to be sufficient, or do you fight more creatures than you do people?
I like fighting the people because you can swing around and block and do a bunch of stuff, and they teach you how to fight the people and do good at that. But then when they throw you up against a Force user, you can't use any of the things that you're used to using. So I got really mad fighting my first lightsaber.
That can be a little jarring, yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't know what to do, and I don't like change. I don't like learning new things. I don't want to have to figure something out.
I can respect that. That's pretty good. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. BD1 is what I'm getting from chat. Okay, BD1. Buddy 1. One buddy. Oh, okay. Bonus stage Rob. I like your sweater, buddy. That's pretty neat.
Thanks, man.
When's your next trip to the Kame house? Are we gonna go together and get trained up?
Gosh, I hope so.
Can I be Krillin so I don't have to do anything about 7 seasons in?
Ow, but also true?
Also, I mean, come on. Also,
you're not wrong.
Android wife? Is that how that...
I can't remember if she was my first cartoon crush or Kim Possible was, but one of them was.
That's true.
I don't remember which came first.
Maybe Lola Bunny, though.
Yeah, Lola Bunny made me question if I was a furry or not.
Yeah, but I was like way too young to know if that was a thing.
Or not Goof Troop, Goofy movie.
Yeah,
Roxanne.
Goofy movie.
That was not an animal. That was just a human-ass woman with her nose painted. Yep. That was not an animal.
That was just Shigo.
Shigo. Goth girlfriend.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, well,
anyway,
before we get down further into that rabbit hole, I'm gonna, Rob, how you been?
Hey, just thinking of my hot cartoon wife. How you been?
Oof. I'm ready to go have some arguments on Twitter about who has the best cartoon wife.
All right. Yeah. You're wrong because my wife is the wifeiest. I don't know, man.
True.
It's been a long day. It's been a long life.
Also true.
I'm just packing.
Yeah? You almost done with all the things?
No.
Okay. I'm happy to see that the computer setup is the last thing to go. So
it is, and I really goofed. I have a stream that I'm on Sunday. Twitch.tv/game night. Says 2Gs. Okay, I'll say it at the end of the stream. But the internet gets installed tomorrow. No, Saturday.
Oh, nice.
My new computer desk does not arrive until Monday, and I don't feel like moving my computer until I have a desk to put it on.
There. Yeah.
So what do? Because I'm not gonna have internet here, but I'm not gonna have a computer there. So, I'll figure it out. Zoom on my phone, maybe. Who's to say? I'll just lay in the middle of an empty house on my phone. That's how I'm gonna play with roll 20 on the laptop. Yeah, fuck it.
Just on the floor. It's fine.
Do it. It'll be great.
Good, man. Awesome.
I've got life figured out, ladies and gentlemen.
I can absolutely tell. Good, man. Glad to have you here.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Simply Jackson, as I can see those beautiful new nails that you have.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
great.
guys have seen those on Twitter, if you follow her, but they're super cute. And you did mention that you were going to go get them done, but they look super sharp
I've been
and
meaning
dangerous.
to go get them done for well, it was supposed to be only 4 weeks, which is normal. And then the lady who does my nails got the flu and rescheduled me twice and canceled both times because she was sick. So it ended up being 7 weeks before I was able to get them done. And if anybody's ever had fake nails, it means they were about this long. And they were very sensitive to anything I touched, because it was just and I'm type, I draw, I play with my dog. I'm not somebody who's just hey, don't touch anything. I have to do a lot with my hands, so everything was this. Drinking was I couldn't.
Very delicate.
So when I went in, I was real short, nothing,
It just looked very dangerously sharp. You're
Yeah.
just a very pink vampire, right? Because
Well,
all the
what we were doing was something cute for Valentine's, but also something cute for Valentine's. You know that
Yeah,
meme of the little
sure.
stuffy chicken with the butter knife? That was the realm we were
I don't
going
think
in.
I've seen that.
You haven't seen it? Okay,
No.
I'll find it. It's okay.
Okay,
Look,
okay.
chick with knife. Not even gonna lie. First thing that pops up. Let's go. You think it'd be something else? It's not.
I think you can post it in chat because you're a VIP.
I'm going
Hopefully.
to.
All right.
But other than that, just trying to stream and stuff and making my
Heck
phone
yeah.
not go off.
You were
weird.
playing a new game too, and I can't remember the name of it, but I did look it up on
Yeah.
Steam, and I almost picked it up. I was like, wait, but Simply's playing this, and I don't want to overlap with that because sometimes our streams overlap, and I'm like, I'm gonna. And now I'm playing Dream Daddy.
Play it,
but,
play it.
you know.
It's
It also looks really hard, and I get really
it's
salty
very
about
hard.
shit, so.
And they just did an update this week where they literally all the updates in the patch notes were it's harder now. But there's more loot that drops.
That's good.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
cool.
You know,
Cool. We made
seems
wolves
pretty good.
even harder and more in packs.
great.
But it's great. If you it's I've been telling everybody it's the combo of D&D and Diablo 2. So you can play with attributes of your character, and you also know dungeon crawling and equipment management and inventory management 101. But it's good.
Excellent.
Highly recommend, especially with it being on sale right now. So,
True. Thank you.
yeah.
Lady May, how are you? It was Tomato's birthday, so you can tell everyone what you told me about how Tomato celebrated the birthday.
Yeah, he turned 4 yesterday, and he celebrated by throwing up on the floor.
As every good birthday should end,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, some kind of,
Yeah, he partied too hard by getting into Kiki's Kibbles. Yeah.
And that didn't end well. Oh my god. Well,
he's a good
happy
boy.
birthday, Tomato. But other than that, how are you, May? What's been going on? How's life in the Northland?
Oh, it's actually snowing. We haven't had a lot of snow, but it's snowing. Been working on stuffs, secret stuffs. Here's a character sheet for my RPG.
Oh my gosh. So when
Actually,
do
was
we
working on things.
I was gonna say, when do we get to demo that?
Getting close. This is version 15 of this sheet I've made so far. So yeah.
Wonderful.
Getting
yeah,
close.
iterative processing is great. That's awesome. Well, cool. Congrats, and I'm glad you're working on some stuff. Excellent. And honestly, can't wait to see the end result. Should be very, very cool. Hey, I have a Twitch cup too. Look at that. That's pretty neat. Look at our little shaker bottles. That's fun. Okay. All right. Well, Yeah, okay. We're all shills. We're all shills. Dang it. Everybody, get your G Fuel with my... I don't have a code. I'm just gonna... whatever. Do you guys want to play Dungeons and Dragons as little forest animal creatures that are actually full-sized and are trying to save a forest from burning down, but also there's a bandit incursion that's causing a whole lot of problems? Yeah? Oh, okay, good. I couldn't tell, but let's roll for recap, everybody. Oh, Rob, did you get yours? Yeah, we're all Twitch chills. Look at us.
I've got that one
Oh
too.
my
It's just
God.
somewhere else.
All right, so everybody, roll me a D20 slash R. Right? Is that? I know I messed that up last time. Excellent. Simply is keeping the high roll from the previous games that you were having. That's a nice little 18 right there. Dagonet with a 3. Pez with a 2 and Eli with a 4. Wow, there's a lot of... Wow, okay, let's see how this goes. That's a 15, which that does put Simply right up at the top there. Please, would you recap what happened last week?
It's so bad because I last week was such a bad week for me that like it was kind of a therapy session for me and less about remembering things. So, what would Lucky remember? So like, we made it back from talking to that one guy over at the, orchestra and then the trials for the orchestra for Pez, because we want to make sure Pez gets what she wants out of life, including placing instruments in the orchestra if she wants to. Don't tell somebody they can do something and they can't do it. So, we got the requirements. I gave her some gold so she could get in, even though they said no more gold. Now she still got my gold, now that I remember it. And then, we went over to her parents' house, because we got back to Eliza's and there was still a crooked shelf. Hopefully they'll just cover that up. And we found out, or we thought about, maybe we would need to bring some friends with performance at the, is this like, wait, am I 2 episodes back now?
Yeah, it's okay, but you can keep going.
Dang, I can't remember.
You can keep going.
I know that we met with the, oh no, you're right. So we met with the council and the council was like, hey bro, we found out we got to go out to the fortress because that's where all the information is coming from with these 2 little guys that we've been, I guess getting info out of somehow. And we will provide you with a like a guards crew from Alderheart to take you out there. But when it comes down to the incursion of going into the place, you guys are gonna have to do without them. They're gonna leave you and go check out some of the other stuff that's going on, i.e. the very important big fires that are happening. So we journeyed a very straightforward journey there, just straightforward, absolutely no misdirection. Got there and started, God, I feel like I'm missing so much, but we got a lot of the ways up the like traverse that's going to be an uphill literal walk and battle to this fort, and talked about ways of plans of getting in, whether we were going to pretend that Dagonet and Pez were captors or whether we were going to go in and all pretend that we were part of like former Gambit crews or whatever, not Gambit, Bandit crews, Gambit, just throwing cards, everybody. And we needed to rest because it was getting late and we don't want to like, obviously, you know, Lucky knows that, you know, bandits hide out places and like we need to make sure that they're not going to pop out and get us. So we decided to camp and we were going to like potentially camp in some rocks and stuff. But Pez had this handy dandy necklace that was the nest necklace or necklace of nesting. I don't know what it was called. But it made this huge nest in the sky that we all slept on that night. But only to find out that in the morning at pretty much sunrise, if I'm not mistaken, there are now some Gambit bandits that have have come upon us and are sneaky in the sky abode. And now we're at the point where we need to realize what we're going to do with them. Sorry, I was like 2 weeks back. My brain.
No.
I've avoided this responsibility this whole time, so I was just like,
you have. We had some people doubled up, but you had to do a full recap. Yeah. So, last week, Pez ended up getting their harp, and the competition, and ended up winning the competition with a fantastic 27 performance roll, blowing the DC that I had set way out of the water. But yeah, the council has requested that you go to the bandit stronghold up in the mountains, gave you a little escort over there, and then they basically said, hey, we have to go take care of some other stuff, but you totally got this, right? You can go take out the bandit general, Benaceridin. So that is the current goal. And where we ended up and this is a perfect little lead in here. Where we ended up was there were some very unhappy bandits patrolling around who happened to see a giant magical nest up in the air, then shrink itself all the way down, and you guys were almost collapsed on top of one of them. But in front of you are 4 Mopok bandits, 2 little Gerbeens, and 1 Vulpin, carrying a sword that looks vaguely similar to the one that Lucky is carrying right now. So I think that's where we start, where this Mopok in front of you goes, "Oi, what are you doing here?"
He's gonna lean backwards with his little sword and belt and go, we're headed to the fort, the Wink Nudge Fort, because we were a part of the crew that attacked Alderheart, and we got away, but they have some of us captive in Alderheart, and we were coming to, I guess, update our fellow bandits about it.
Hey, boss. What do you make of this? The Vulpin kind of walks up, says, Where are you standing in relation to them right now, Lucky?
We were what? Well, no, if we were holding up post on the edge, we would have been towards, I guess, the side. So I imagine close enough that.
Close enough.
Not,
So,
like,
are you in front of them? So maybe like 15-ish feet.
Yeah.
And you're in front. Is your sword visible?
Yeah, like trying to like kind of lean back and like.
Sure. Like present the blade. Sure. Yeah. Vulpin walks up. Huh. And I think the sword is what allows you to make this particular check. Please roll persuasion for me.
Okay. 14.
A 14. It gives you a sideways eye. I don't recognize you. Rubs his chin.
You would have recognized my former captain, unfortunately, who is now deceased due to the return attacks from Alderheart. Frey. Captain Frey.
Captain Frey. I do know that name. So Frey perished in the attack?
Rest in peace.
So that's her blade, then. You are one of hers?
We are.
We. Roll me one more.
A 10.
10. Okay. Well, I don't remember you. But you can definitely come with us up to the stronghold and we'll see what General Saradin has to say about it. Unless you have any problems with that.
I don't.
And he kind of leans a hand on a sword.
Do we have any problem with that, guys? Nope. I mean, did you have your breakfast? Do you guys want some breakfast? We haven't had breakfast yet. If you guys want some breakfast before we get on the road, it's very early. We just woke up.
The Mopok turns around. Boss, I'd really love some breakfast. If they've got biscuits, do you know how long it's been since I've had some good biscuits? No, we had some travel rations this morning, and I suggest you do the same because we will not tarry here. I'll return back to the stronghold.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, you guys got some rations? No biscuits today, Eli. Sorry.
Eli
okay.
is doing his best to look like the strong, silent type, like the muscle.
Okay.
So
I
he's
love it.
just like, no biscuits for you, Eli. Just
Put it on the
a
inside.
shrug. Yeah, on the inside.
Well, right then. I'm Captain Migo. And, you'll be coming with us. And the Mopoks kind of like surround you. The Gerbeens stand next to the captain there. and you're ushered forward, kind of being escorted here. Any resistance to this, or are you kind of just following along? Good. Okay. I'm just checking. I've had parties in the past that, you know, when they're surrounded by enemies, they want to hit something. So, but
Yeah.
that
Have
wasn't
you?
you. It wasn't you. You were just in the party. Okay, so you guys, you begin to be escorted through the mountain pass. It is early in the morning. Pez, I assume you've picked up the little nest charm, and you guys start making your way slowly through the mountains. It's gonna probably take most of the day for you guys to arrive at the stronghold up this the mountain pass here, and so eventually you guys end up on that set of switchbacks from down in the canyon that you had seen the previous evening. So now you're heading back up, and it's kind of a cautious affair. Definitely narrow, like single file, and there's a lot of stages in it where you kind of have to shuffle up the side here. It's a wonder that they can get any supplies through this particular junction, if any at all. So potentially there's some other way back and forth through the mountains, but maybe this is just a quicker path. But that being said, as you guys go on a particularly narrow section up the side of this canyon wall, I'm going to need dexterity checks from everyone, please. Oh boy.
Is it the saving throw thing that you click? Or is
So this is just a check.
The word dexterity, just above the.
Mm-hmm.
just
The throw tends to come when something fails, and you slip, or stuff comes leaping at you, or.
So I have a level of exhaustion.
Yes, you do. Which
I'm
means
at
you
a
have
disadvantage.
disadvantage on this that you already have a -2 to. Yeah. And I think we kind of note that Dagonet is very slow moving today. I don't know if, so that's an 8. Okay, so 16 for Lucky Eli with a 4, Pez with a 6, and Dagonet with an 8. I think, well, luckily, I think Eli's the only one that actually slips here. So who's next to Eli while you're walking up the path?
Probably me.
Yeah? Okay. Dagonet and Eli, please both make dexterity saving throws to see if you can catch him. And if Eli, you can reach out and grab yourself a Dagonet. Eli, that's a natural 1. Okay, Dagonet.
Am I still at a disadvantage for this?
No, it doesn't. I don't think it applies to saving throws.
Okay, yeah,
That's like level 3 exhaustion. 11. DC was 10. So at least, Dagonet, you now have grab hold of Eli's belt. Right, you're now trying to haul Eli back up, which is kind of difficult because you kind of got him on the side here, and it's like really close to his spine, so you're gonna start like cutting up into your shirt and your armor area, unless you can really haul him in rather quickly. And you're leaned over. This is a really tight little ledge, and so you're kind of leaned over out here, and maybe you've caught onto the wall. They're gonna need some help. So who tries to help here?
I feel like, obviously, once Lucky would notice that her compatriots are flipping. Sorry, that his compatriots are flipping. Lucky still has the what's it called? The explorer's kit, not the dungeoneer. Whatever the kit is that has the actual like pivots with the rope.
Yeah.
For actual
so
rope climbing.
the pythons and stuff that you can put into the wall. Mm-hmm.
So I definitely would. He would definitely get Steve the rope out and be like, "I got tied the rope on you. God, you're gonna fall off. You're gonna."
So this is all happening very quickly. Doing the rope tie and trying to do anything like that is going to take probably too long for you to. You can have it out, right? Like you can either get it out, or you can try to grab someone here because right now it's Dagonet is going to be going over the side with Eli.
I mean, I can grab him, but I don't got very much strength. I'm just gonna reach out.
Sure. Yeah. Roll me a dexterity saving throw and try and catch Dagonet here.
25. Right.
25. Yeah. So you anchor Dagonet. So Dagonet is about to go, and you anchor them back easily enough. You've got him. But Dagonet, you're going to have to haul in Eli here. So I'm going to need athletics from you. Again, you are exhausted, so this is going to be very tough.
Am I at disadvantage for this? Yeah.
Yes. Pez, did you want to do something? I see you. I see you. What do you want to do?
She's gonna try and help too and do like an inspiration, just like a because she's not strong either.
Sure, yeah, sure. Pez's fear inspires you, Dagonet, so you now have bardic inspiration. But yeah, go ahead, roll your disadvantage on your athletics check, yes, because it is a skill check. But you do have a D6 that you can roll along with it. Okay, that's a 10.
I'll just in case. I'll roll this D6.
Okay. $16 total. Okay, cool. Yeah. The DC was 15, and you're able to haul Eli back to the side. And Eli, you catch your footing again on the side. All of this happens very, very quickly. Luckily, Pez is very quick with the bardic inspiration, and you're hauled back onto the side. And all of this happens when, like, the captain up front turns around and says, "Hey, you all right down there?"
Dagonet's eyes are just like huge. He's like, très bien, yeah.
Yeah, Dagonet, you find yourself, because you just had to save Eli, you looked down a couple times now. It's like an 80-foot drop at this point down to the floor. But what kept you up last night is currently plaguing you now. Mountains aren't a very easy place for someone who doesn't like heights. I think you guys make it up the rest of the way, kind of just shuffling your way along. It does end up widening back out up towards the top of the canyon here, and you kind of end up on a flattened slope. So what's the current marching order when you guys get kind of back up into a flatter area?
I feel like for purpose of seeming like he actually fits in and is a bandit, Lucky's like right on the heels of our escorts.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, Eli right behind Lucky.
Okay.
Trying to hide behind everyone.
You're gonna hide behind everyone? Alright, so Dagonet at third there, and Pez is ducking in and around behind you there. Okay, cool. Alright. Whoever would like to, roll me perception. You don't really have to do any of the quote survival stuff of like finding your way there because you're being led there, so that's not hard. So while you have the time, you might as well look around, right? A 9 from Eli. 19 for Pez. Pretty good. Pretty good. And for Lucky, your favorite terrain is woods? Is that correct? Swamp. Okay. And Dagonet, I think it's still, it's disadvantage, but if you want to do the perception, you can. A 2! That's a natural 1. Okay, it's fine. Pez, you, and the rest of your party doesn't seem to notice this. I think when you're walking, and you're kind of like, again, between two mountain slopes that go up, and you're walking between the two, and it's kind of like rocky and gravelly on either side of these slopes. Like some rocks, not large ones, but like they come kind of skidding down into the valley that you're in, the kind of small ravine, seemingly disturbed by something.
I'm gonna like actively look. Do I notice anything up there besides the rocks falling? Or just like...
Yeah, with a 19, you kind of catch what looks to be a tail of something, kind of darting behind a larger outcropping up at the top.
Big.
And as you continue to watch, you note that you're being somewhat shadowed by what seems to be 2 large mountain lions. They have not approached the group, and they're kind of keeping their distance, but they seem to be interested.
I'm gonna make my way up towards Eli and Lucky and just like, hey, I think there's some big cats up there. Is that?
Where? What do you mean by big cats? I mean, where?
Big. Maybe they're friendly. I don't know if I would bet on that. They're just hanging around. They haven't. Maybe they just want to say hi, but we should keep an eye on it.
Look, he's gonna try to call back their guard, escort, etc. Be like, excuse me. Apparently, we might have some company. I don't.
What's this?
Where'd you
What's
see
going
him
on?
at? Where'd you see him at, Pez? You point him out.
Up there, we're down here. They're up there, big cats.
Big cat. Oh, yeah. There are some mountain lions in the area. You said you spotted some?
Yeah, two of them.
2. Oh my. Generally they'd run alone, but. All right, lads, keep an eye out. Apparently we've got a couple of mountain lions shadowing our movements. Thank you for letting us know. Sometimes they snatch up the stragglers of any party, and 2 of them together can be rather dangerous. We'll have to double the watch tonight.
It's a
Thank you.
very dangerous location for a home. I tell you what.
No, but it is far away from the perch guard, damn them. They don't flap their wings all the way up here. No offense to you, though I do find it interesting that there are so many feathers on someone that happens to be with the bandits.
I mean, what better way than to, use the feathers to get in and infiltrate their system?
We run a very intricate operation.
I know why I hide them, right?
The perch guard are terrible, and they smell very bad.
Roll me persuasion.
Oh.
Both of you. Neither of you are enough to give advantage, but I want to see it. All right. Pez
So great.
seems to believe that they do indeed smell bad, but he's not so sure that Lucky actively hired you. Doesn't seem concerned about it right now, but he does. It's definitely taking you to the right person to figure out this whole mess. Right. Oh, I think you might be the first of any bandits with feathers, and he nods to Pez and Dagonet. Again, a little odd, though you, Strig, you do seem like you belong more on the ground as you hobble around and are so scared of heights. I don't think I didn't notice that.
And it is not a matter of fear. It's just, this old injury that I have. It more unstable than most. But you are correct in that I have been among the ground folk for many years now.
Well, we'll keep going then and keep an eye out for those mountain lions. All right. Keep up then. Have you guys maintained the same marching order we had talked about previously? I assume so. So it'd be
Does Pez want to be on the button now that she knows?
yeah, yeah. Do you want to be in the back, Pez?
Is there space to walk side by side?
You could probably walk side by side with Dagonet in a lot of the portions of it. There's some spots where like it gets really close and you kind of like have to jump over a couple rocks or whatever, like around an outcropping, and it gets a little bit, kind of solo mission. But yeah, you can definitely make it work.
I'm gonna hold on to Dagonet's arm while still trying to look real tough.
Okay, cool. I love it. Looking real tough. I believe you too.
Dagonet will also have a brave face on, but he's holding on to you just as much as you're holding on to him.
That's really cute. Okay. Yeah, all right. So you guys continue onwards for a time, and it's probably going rather slowly. It's not necessarily the easiest path to tread. So it's probably like midday to maybe early afternoon at this point. When some rocks come bounding down the side. Now these are much larger, and it's followed by a roar, and not just one, not two, but 4 different individual roars coming from the sides. And apparently, because this is something that things can do in Humblewood, It's a rock slide now, so I'm going to need you guys to make dexterity saving throws for me, please. Okay. Lucky with a 9, Pez with a 15, Dagonet with a 12, Eli with a 1. Tough. Okay, so it looks like, what is the, yep. So DC 12. So Lucky and Eli, you both take, holy crap, that's actually insane. 3d8 bludgeoning damage as these rocks come tumbling down. 15 damage. The rocks come tumbling down and start piling up around you. They sweep past you and hit, but the ones that you don't hit you end up hitting some of the Moppocs around you. One of them gets flattened immediately underneath one of these rocks.
Lucky literally has broken bones, is bleeding, and probably can't stand right now. Like,
Lucky is messed up.
Has weakness to rock, apparently.
Oh no! Oh no. Okay. All right. And from where these rocks had fallen, from around you, you see these mountain lions that had been basically shadowing your moves here. And I'm going to move you to a map. This guy is hurt. How much damage was that? Is it half? Oh, it's half as much on success, so it's still 7 damage for everyone that did dodge out of the way. Holy crap. Yeah, these guys are dangerous. Wow. Okay. So you guys see the map now?
Yeah.
Hopefully. All right, perfect. So go ahead and roll me some initiative, please.
I didn't select my token again.
Guys!
Look, I don't even know where I am right now.
Guys!
All I know is
Okay.
I'm bleeding out.
all I know is I'm probably dead. Oh gosh. Well, Lucky, you're not all the way down yet, right? So
I have an
maybe
extra knife.
have an extra knife.
We're okay.
All right, hang on. Let me get all of these done. I have a lot of things on the screen that I forgot, and I was like, wait, I have to actually roll for all of these. Whoops.
Lucky, like, spattering blood, like, looks over at Pez and is like, hey, if I don't make it, like, write a song about me or something, right?
Lucky, don't you talk like that. Oh my gosh.
Just don't tell him I was taken out by a rock. Tell him it was a lion.
Don't tell him I was taken out by a rock. Oh my gosh. Okay, and I think I have. Where is he? Oh, they're up. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, so this bad boy looks like he gets to go first. Leaps down off the side here and lunges out at the little Moppoc sitting there. And he attempts to bite them. Rar. An 11, which does hit this Moppoc. So immediately this Moppoc is gathered up in the jaws of this mountain lion and just started being torn to bits there. Poor guys. Poor bandits. Is that the last of my Moppocs? Oh no, I have one more. Okay. God. All right. The second lion also jumps down and attacks at the Vulpin captain here, biting at them. 21 absolutely hits, dealing them 8 piercing damage. Holy crap. Okay. So he's kind of like already engaged with the captain here. Eli, it is your go. These lions have kind of leapt out after this whatever seems to be a magical avalanche, because that's a thing they have in Alderheart, turns out. And sorry, chat, I'll show you the map here. My bad. Had to get all the things set up. All right, Eli, what would you like to do?
All right. Eli is going to stand up, dust himself off, continue to try and look as tough as he can, but he's going to go ahead and do this. Everybody, well, not everybody, because I can only do it to 6 people, but Lucky, Dagonet, Pez, and then these 3 chuckle fucks over here.
Love
all
it. So
regain 12 health.
Oh god, thanks.
What is that? Is that just a spell?
It's prayer feeling, baby. Second
That is
level evocation.
So badass.
6 creatures of my choice that I can see within range. Each regain hit points
Cleric's
equal to
boy.
2d8 plus my spellcasting modifier.
Cleric's boy. Oh my god, that's hot.
Nice.
That is hot. I love it.
Am I sure? I will double check, but I'm pretty sure.
Upon
Wow.
being healed, do I like hear the voice of this like god deity that you like worship? Because Lucky might be converted now.
You definitely
Power
feel the
community.
warmth of a hearth, for sure. Isn't it a 10-minute cast? Oh, that might be a problem, huh?
Uh-oh.
Well, I should learn to
It
read,
is.
huh?
It is. It is.
I should learn to read.
It is
huh?
instantaneous after 10 minutes.
Okay, cool.
So after this, it would be very good.
All right. Well, you know what? That didn't happen, guys. It was all in my head.
Dang it.
What I meant to do.
Dang it.
What I meant to do. Lucky, take 6 health.
Thanks, boss.
Mm.
Okay. You guys got this.
You know what? I'm gonna
I
cast
have
that at
faith.
second level because I whiffed the first thing, so I just add another d8.
Yes.
Where are you? There, 12 health for you. There we go. See, it was 12.
It was 12 the whole time.
It was 12 the whole
The whole
time.
time.
Sorry to tease everybody and also forget how to read my cards.
It's okay.
All good, dude.
Okay, I guess I'll go try to be useful, huh? I am gonna do that, and can I assume Lucky's like prone?
Yes. So the ones that did get hit by the rocks have been knocked prone.
Oh, so I am too. All right, well, I'm gonna reach forward, cure wounds, and then get up and then pull Lucky up to their feet and whip my mace out and
All right.
just kind of give a reassuring nod, trying to keep this strong silent act going.
Hell yeah, dude. Awesome.
I'm gonna heal
Okay.
discreetly if
Discreetly?
possible. I'm gonna I'd like it to be like a touch because it is just a touch, but like maybe not. I don't know. There's gonna be a glow so that if anybody's paying attention, they'll see it, like the warmth sort of radiate from my hands. But I don't want
Sure.
it to be like a whole, like the prayer, the verbal component I do under my breath.
You don't want your people you're with to know?
Not necessarily.
intention?
Yeah, if possible. And I mean, if
They
they
seem-
happen to be paying attention, they'll notice it. But like, I don't want to make a big show of it, you know?
It's again, all this is happening very quickly,
Yeah.
right? They're pretty preoccupied with watching like their friends either get
Dope.
eaten by lions or die because of rocks.
Dope.
So no one's super paying attention to a slight glow coming from you in a small prayer. Some of these guys are probably, praying to themselves on the ground while they're underneath rocks. But you're fine. I don't think any of them notice. Okay. Anything else, Eli?
No, that's it. I guess I do have one question then. So I guess
Sure.
is the point of something like prayer feeling to prepare it for 10 minutes and then
To it's a
hold
10-minute
I guess?
cast time.
Well, no, I
So-
guess it's like after battle. Anyway,
Yeah. So I think it could
in lieu of
take
like a short rest.
of a short rest,
Yeah. Okay.
or if you guys have been or fighting a lot and
Yeah.
like no one's got hit die left.
Gotcha.
Or, yeah. So
Clerics
if you don't
are
have the
still very
opportunity-
new to me.
because a or a short rest is at least an hour. So
Yeah,
a prayer of healing is like you've got 10 minutes.
Say, hey, 10
and a
minutes.
lull.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you'd be able to cast prayer of healing.
Okay.
Okay. So you're
That's
good?
it. Yeah.
All
Sorry.
right. So both of these gerbeans up front here get to make their go. This one leaps up to the side of this lion here and gets to make 2 dagger attacks. Dagger. And strikes with one of them, dealing 4 piercing damage. Cool. And the other one, I think, does the same thing to try and defend their captain here. Is also going to attack when a creature. Okay, that doesn't apply here. It's going to attack 2 times here. This line is able to avoid the other 2 attacks from the Gerbine here, though. That makes the next lion, who leaps down and comes running at you, Eli. Let's see, is that... This lion is going to attempt to pounce at you. So please roll me a strength saving throw, Eli. A 10. So you're knocked prone. And the lion is now on top of you.
The lion
is
will
going
have
to make
disadvantage.
Okay, so you're using your reaction to impose the disadvantage on the attack?
Yes.
Okay, cool. My lion tag is not functioning real quick. Let me grab a new lion. There we go. Is going to attempt to bite you, but it has disadvantage. Okay, so it will be a 19 instead of a crit.
Weeks.
I assume that still hits, Eli. I'm sorry. Okay, it's 6, not 11. Did not crit. But you are prone underneath this.
I just want to point out right now that I have 11 health. So Dagonet, you are forever
just saved Eli.
my boo.
Just saved Eli.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, ball up, Eli. Oh God.
Yeah, I would have loved to. No, even the ball up wouldn't. Oh no, I do get.
You get the plus.
I get the plus from my shield, so the ball up would have done it. But oh well.
Lions, these lions. Okay. The one surviving Mopok bandit is panicking, so I'm gonna roll them a wisdom saving throw to see if they can. Yeah, okay, they're fine. I think because their captain is still up, they're good. They're gonna run over here and bravely take up a front in front of Pez here. And he says, "Get behind me! Get behind me!" And then he lashes out with his short sword.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Did you add lucky in this rotation at all?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was your roll?
15.
You say 15? Yep. Okay. So what we'll do, and I totally forgot that you weren't on the list.
It's okay.
I will move you to your correct spot, and you will just go after this Mopok.
Okay.
Okay, and then you'll come back around on your normal thing. No worries.
I just assumed I rolled bad. I was like, I rolled bad.
No, I totally forgot to add it. So this Mopok is like shoved Pez behind him. He says, "Don't worry, I've got this." And he lashes out with a short sword, and the lion backs up and goes, "Rah!" And it's like bats at him with his paw. But he does not make contact, sadly enough. So Dagonet. Oh wait, excuse me. Let's do Lucky first, so I don't forget. So Lucky, what would you like to do?
Poor Mopok. Lucky is going to cast Hail of Thorns on himself, which is his new ability, and he's so excited about it.
Okay, what does that do? Yeah. What does that do?
Well, I can't, I guess. Anyways, it says the next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, which is a minute, the spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts out of your ranged weapon or ammunition. In addition to the normal effect of the attack creature then has to make any creature within 5 feet needs to take a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 1d10 of piercing damage if failed, and half if succeeded. So.
I think when you cast it, it will post.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because you might have to select what level as well, and there's a little pop-up.
Got it. There we go. Done.
Cool. I liked your explanation, but I also like reading these things.
I can't read very
Okay.
fast or out loud very well, so thank you for telling me that.
A rain of thorns sprout from the ranged weapon when you make your next attack. Okay, so you're gonna make a ranged weapon attack here. You've been hauled to your feet by Eli. Now Eli's got a lion literally on top of him, so the lion is kind of it's actually like here, you know, like mostly on top of Eli.
Yeah. Not
So what would you like to do?
I'm sorry, Eli. Thanks for getting me up. He's shooting at the one that's essentially running at Pez because I'm sure Pez is freaking out at the moment and I have feelings.
Punch into a ball.
she practices for ball defense. I love it. So the one that's by that Mopok, which unfortunately means that Mopok also has to take the saving throw. Too.
Okay.
It's a Tim. I don't know if it's gonna hit him.
It's a 10 for both. Wait, so the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw. Does it have to hit?
It just says the next time you. Oh yeah, next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before.
Okay, so this does not hit.
Okay.
So yeah, so I guess it does not go off.
Okay.
But you maintain this for a minute. Okay, cool. So just remind me when we get back to yours that it's still up, and I'm just gonna put a little marker on you here, and we'll do that. Okay, cool. So you make your attack with the longbow, and you've used your bonus action to cast the spell. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Would you like to move? Or...
I imagine this space that's right next to this deceased Mopok behind me is wall. If I here, or can I stand there?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay,
You're like
cool.
you're getting close up to
Just
like a slope, right? A good wall there.
Cool.
And I just need to make sure that I've got, because I forgot to add you as well. Okay, cool. And so now, Dagonet, it's you. There's a lion on top of your friend.
Sure is. All right, yeah. Dagonet's gonna have with a shield and spear, and he's gonna spear this lion boy on top of Eli.
Absolutely, go for it. Get him. 15. This one hits. Dealing 7 piercing damage. Awesome.
I'm going to action surge so I can attack again.
Do it. 14 hits.
Oh.
Another 7 piercing. Woof. Yeah, okay. So you slam the spear in, take it out, and slam it in again. The lion now seems more occupied with what you're trying to do to it than what's on the ground in front of it. It is thoroughly distracted at this point and, like, bleeding profusely out of its flank. It's looking kind of rough from this end. About as rough as Eli is.
Yeah, that's...
All right. Would you like to move, or are you going to maintain where you're at right now?
I'm gonna switch sides over here.
Okay.
To try and draw attention away from Pez in case the lion wanted to go that way.
So the lion will get an attack of opportunity here to lash out with a claw. Is that acceptable?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. They're gonna lash out with the claw. That's a natural one. I think Eli probably like gets a hand up in the way or gets the shield in the way, trying to protect his friend while he's kind of underneath here. So you're able to make your way across to the other side. Nicely done, Dagonet. All right. This lion up here, you note, Dagonet, as you make your way closer to it, is like thoroughly scarred, is missing an eye and an ear on the right side, and it's kind of just like pacing back and forth up top here. It doesn't seem to have joined yet. All right. Pez, what would you like to do?
Just gonna scoot. Oh, my friends are leaving me. I'm just gonna scoot over here.
Sure. Get behind them again.
You know, they're more scared of you than you are of them. As she's like poofed into a ball. you.
But Pez, I moved away so that you would be away from the lions. Just get
I'm so exposed, Dagonet.
Stay behind me, huh?
I gotta do a thing. Just gonna cast heroism at level 2. So I think I can do it on 2 people then. Right?
Is that right?
Yeah.
At higher levels, you can cast 1 additional creature for each slot above the first level. The creature is immune to being frightened, gains temp hit points, gain equal to your spellcasting ability modifier, which I believe is 2. Is that correct, Pez? It's your charisma score.
Oh, my charisma is... Where's that one at? 3.
It's 3. Okay, so 3 every turn. And I was called out about this, and I'm going to make it known here. I was called out about this twice in YouTube comments that I had misinterpreted what heroism does. The temporary hit points refresh every turn, but they do not stack.
Okay.
Temp hit points can't stack, but they do refresh.
So if they...
Thank you, YouTube.
Yeah, thanks, YouTube. I know, I got it twice. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. So who did you cast it on?
I'm gonna cast it on Eli and Dagonet.
Eli and Dagonet. So Eli and Dagonet, you have 3 temporary hit points that will take damage before anything else, and they refresh at the start of all of your turn.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. You just go get him. And then I'm gonna do another thing with Eli because he looks pretty rough, right?
Yeah, go for it.
How rough does he look? Like pretty rough. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do healing word. I'm just gonna do that one at level 2. Whatever. Burn it all.
Burn it all.
It's fine. Healing word on Eli.
So that is 7 total points of healing for you, Eli.
Feel better, buddy.
Thank you.
Just get him.
Is that a thing? Can you cast 2 spells in a single turn?
I think healing word is a bonus action.
Right, it's a bonus action, but I don't
Oh.
can cast 2 spells at like 2 leveled spells.
I'm
This is
not
something
sure.
that because like we don't always have a lot of spellcasters that I'm like super not.
1 spell, 1 cantrip.
1 spell, 1 cantrip.
So never
Okay.
mind. I take
1
it
normal,
back.
1 cantrip. Okay.
Get
So you
nothing.
can do that next turn, but right now you retain that 2nd level spell for healing word. But you did give 3 to Eli already with at least the temporary hit points. So we'll have to see how that goes.
And he gets that immediately.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
On cast, and then it refreshes every one of his turns.
Neat. I'm just gonna stay here then. That's it.
Okay. It's now the Vulpin Captain's turn. So they're up at the front here. The Vulpin Captains, you guys have fought one previously, are pretty formidable. So they're gonna wait. Where's the other? Oh, there's the sword. So they're gonna attack this lion up here twice. The first one absolutely hits, and it deals. Oh gosh, 3 piercing damage. So not a whole lot of damage, but this one is this line up here is well occupied with what's going on. But that is their turn, and they're just gonna try and finish off this particular lion up front here before focusing anywhere else, I think. The next lion, which is in front of this Mopok here, this poor Mopok. I think the Mopok, as soon as like Pez like runs away from behind it, turns, wait, what? Huh? And then this lion lashes out with a claw, hits him, and tears open his chest, and he dies on top of his friend immediately after Pez dies. And so he will slowly stalk his way into the group here, I think, making a stop next to Lucky here for their next turn. Okay, that's that lion's turn. Lucky, there's a lion next to you now. What would you like to do?
Lucky is terrified, of course, but is gonna just wobbly go, all right, you're gonna get close to me, all right. And cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay.
Put that
Yeah,
in the
let me
chat.
mark 'em.
And then...
Marked for death.
And then I guess pull out his little sword. Like, all right, so he's gonna stab you. I was gonna shoot you with an arrow, but now I'm gonna stab you.
Sure.
Which means that the previous spell will not.
It won't
have
take
the
effect here, but it does maintain for a long
Yeah.
time.
Cool. So, drawing out the rapier that is formerly phrased. All right, let's go and try to stab it. Can't
Go
stab.
for it. That's an 8. Nope, that's not gonna make contact. It kind of like dodges back out of the way and gives you a nice growl.
Great.
Yep.
This is my favorite enemy too, which is really fun.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Just succeeding wonderfully at favorite. I gave it all up yesterday or the other day. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. You guys got this. I have faith. All right, Lucky. Anything else? Do you want to try and move?
No, he's gonna claw at me. I'm alright. I'll stand my ground.
Yeah,
If he's focused on me, he won't focus on
He
Tess.
will.
It's all
He
right.
would attempt to claw you. Okay. So the lion up at the top here is going to attack one of these gerbeans. He's very well surrounded now, and is getting a little panicky. So he's gonna lash out with a claw at this gerbine here. Natural 1, so it does not contact, and it's pretty well surrounded. It's just backed into this corner here, starting to regret its decisions. Eli, you are on the ground. There is a lion still on top of you. What would you like to do, my friend?
Speaking of regretting decisions, I think I am gonna.
I did want to mention this because I just remembered. Eli, you had made the meal right at the very beginning, and everyone had gotten their food, or did you make that the night before?
It was last night because that was the only healing Dagon I got.
How long does the food last?
8 hours.
8 hours. Okay, so it would be gone by now. Sorry. I was trying to find you some extra healing from somewhere.
No,
if
it's
you
all
needed
good, man. I give it to my friends. This is a beast of my own making.
it. Okay.
Speaking of beasts of my own making, how do I get this lion off of me, huh?
Well, you can try and shove them off.
Okay.
I think that's going to be a strength or an athletics check, probably contested here since he's on top of you.
Okay.
If you would like to do that, or you can kind of just stab up at him from your prone position.
Oh, I could do
It's
that.
entirely up to you, but it is a
Oh.
disadvantage when you're trying to do that.
Okay.
And while you are prone, he will have advantage on you while you're down.
I'm gonna curl up.
You use your action to curl up, exposing attackers to a wall of toughened quills. While curled up, you can't move, attack, or cast spells, but your base armor class is 19 plus the 2 that you get for your shield. Eli curls up. I love it. It's the best. It's been the best move in the entire game.
It's my turn.
Awesome. I love it. Okay. Eli, your 3 hit points refresh at the beginning of your turn, so you have those for right now. The 2 Gerbine Thieves are going to do the exact same thing they did the last turn, and they're going to attack. They each get to attack twice. This lion up here. Oh wow! So 3 of these hit. So they have surrounded this one up here, and they are making short work of the line up here. And it looks really rough. When is that? That is. Yep. Okay. It looks really, really rough. It is bleeding all over the place, kind of limping around. Yeah. It's on its last pause, I think. The lion on top of Eli seems rather confused and attempts to bite you. So lion
At disadvantage.
bites. So it'll be just a regular roll because he is. Well, is he prone? Does curl up count as prone?
Curl up. If I'm hit, I'm knocked prone and knocked out of it.
Okay. So you just curled up down there and you're readied. All right, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, like technically speaking, I suppose it's prone, but they
make a specification.
I'm on my
you
knees,
being
I feel
prone.
like. Yeah.
They make a specification on when you get knocked prone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're okay.
I think that's right. Shades of blue in chat, 3-point stance.
So with the disadvantage, it's an 18 instead of a 24. So the lion takes 2d4 points of piercing damage. Eli, roll it for me.
Sure does.
Yeah, this lion's gonna learn real quick.
All
So
right.
4 piercing damage onto this lion. That I can barely click. This lion has already been very, very much hurt. It's really bleeding out here. It bites into you, and it's got like a face full of these quills now, right? So now its face is all torn up, and maybe one of its eyes is damaged and like bleeding over and stuff. And it gets back, and it visibly recoils from your spot here a couple steps, I think. I think most cats would do that after they attack a porcupine. They would kind of back up a little bit. Yeah. That's that lion's turn. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. All right. Mop Bandit. Nope, that one's dead. Dagonet, it's your go. What would you like to do?
Oh, he's not quick. The kitty is getting away, and he's going to and
Sure.
spear the kiddo.
Yep. Thunk. 13. It does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah, absolutely. This one speared straight down into its chest. Dies in front of you, Dagonet, on your spear as it kind of like tries to claw past it, but is unable to do so. And you wrench your spear back out, and this lion does indeed perish.
As he takes his spear back, he's gonna walk back around Eli and plant himself here.
Okay, yeah, cool. So defending the other side.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. The lion from the Scar, we're gonna start calling him. Scar bounds his way down and pounces at the captain. Seeing that his pack is failing here, he's going to attempt to make it in. So that is a DC 13 strength save. So the Vulpin captain. Beep. 10 fails. The lion ends up on top of the Vulpin captain, knocking them prone and bites at them. That is a 24, absolutely hits, dealing 8 piercing damage, like sinking their jaws deep into like the neck and collarbone area of the Vulpin here. The Vulpin is severely hurt. Pez, what would you like to do?
Eli still looks really rough, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do that thing that I was gonna do last time that I didn't do.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your bonus action healing word.
So if I
you want to do level 2, I think you said? Yeah, go ahead. So 10 hit points are recovered to you, Eli. In your curled up state, you feel pretty good now. feeling like you're being knit back together by some unseen magical force.
It's really hard to get in there with all the quills, but
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do, Pez?
I'm good here, I think.
Awesome. The Vulpin captain is on the ground and is going to attempt to stab up at the lion here on the ground, trying to like fight them away. That's a short bow, not a short sword. They will attack twice at disadvantage. Yeah, it wouldn't even have mattered. They're unable to make contact with Scar. Scar is tearing them apart now. The other lion that is in front of you, Dagonet, sees you approach after you have just slayed the other lion and lunges out at you to try and bite you. That is an 11. I don't believe that hits, does it, Dagonet?
Does not.
All right. Dagonet turns them to the side, and that is all the lion gets to do. They're starting to get a little afeared because they're now surrounded as well. Lucky, what would you like to do?
Lucky probably now not afraid due to team tactics by being close to one of her friends who is not afraid.
Sure.
Is like rejuvenated with like, I'm gonna totally stab it. I saw you stab this guy. I'm dead. Let's go. And like tries to swing over at this lion in front of him again.
Get him.
And whip.
A 10.
A hot whip.
Another miss. Yes, you lash out with the rapier, but the lion is too swift for you and dodges out of the way. But maybe next time.
Can I? I'm gonna take a chance here. I feel like Lucky would kind of count up his losses of swinging and missing.
Sure.
And as an attempt to get away, tell me if I can't. Can I use my standing leap to essentially leap onto what would be this ledge back here? Is that 15 feet high?
Let me see. How far is that? So it's like a 15-foot jump.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's 15 feet up.
Yeah,
and it is 15 feet over.
Well, I have 30 feet of movement, but then it says I can do a 15-foot high jump without running start.
High jump without a running start.
Yeah, it's 30 foot with the running start.
If you're here and then like at the base, like, because you can run around this guy, right? Because you're very small. If you were here, then you could immediately jump up top here.
Okay, yeah.
So
if you'll allow
you
me
have
to, like,
enough
move through his
movement to,
space
like-
to do it. Yeah.
So you can, because that's part of the Gerbine thing, is
Yeah.
that you can move in through your enemy space without. I think he would, if I do want to be fair to this. As soon as you leave that spot and end up here, he will be able to like lash out at you with like a claw.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I feel like I was gonna take my loss in the fact that he might hit me, but I'm not very. Lucky's not very good at poking things with the sword, apparently, and I don't want to be a dangerous way anymore now that Dagonet is there.
Okay, so you confirm that move. So he's gonna. All right. So he lashes out with the claw. That is a 20.
Yep.
Yeah. 5 slashing damage across your back as you jump up to the top there and get your bow back out to be readied. Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Anything else you'd like to do here?
Nope. Not at the moment. Thank you.
The other lion is like backed up into this corner. Has its pack leader has now joined the fray. Again, lashes out at the Gerbine to the north there, and now has pack tactics to do so. So does so at a disadvantage, or excuse me, at an advantage. That is a crit. Bites down onto the Gerbine, and as you see things that do, wrangles it around its mouth and snaps the Gerbine in half. It's dead. It is very, very dead. That's that lion's turn. Okay, Eli, you are currently curled up. Your friends have surrounded you. I don't know if you're aware of it, but it's your go, bud. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna uncurl. And I am going to.
Okay.
Hmm.
You come out of your spin dash. Now what?
Yeah. How are these lions looking?
The one to the furthest north looks really tough. It's hard for you to kind of tell from this angle right now.
That one.
Yeah, the furthest north one looks on death's door. But you did just, well, you didn't watch it, but you now note that the Gerbine is freshly dead next to it. You probably see it like get tossed to the side or something. The one that is on top of the Vulpin Captain looks rough just because it's like heavily scarred already. But other than that, looks like there's no fresh wounds. You do note that the one south of you is dead, and the one that is currently next to Dagonet does seem wounded, but is definitely still fighting.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm a bane him.
Which one? 3 creatures. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 3
within
living.
range.
Yeah, the 3 living. The range is 30 feet.
Just checking. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is concentration though, up to.
Must make charisma saving throws. Whenever the target fails, the saving throw makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends. Target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from an attack roll. Okay, hang on.
Yeah. I need.
Do they make?
I need.
Oh, so it just happens to them. They have to make saving throws when they attack.
Yeah. No. So Bane causes them to make saving throws, and then
Must make charisma saving throw. Whenever the target fails the saving throw, makes an attack roll. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we have to do the charisma saving throw to see if they get.
see if they
these.
get baned.
Okay. So Lions charisma saving throw. What's the DC?
Where did
there
I
it
just put my sheet? It
Not
is
very
13.
charismatic. 13.
God damn it.
Okay, so 2 succeed.
Sure
The
do.
one that doesn't though is Scar.
Hey,
Scar is now
fuck that
baned.
guy.
Yeah, I just went from top to bottom here. So Scar is now baned and has disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws for the next.
He doesn't
minute
have
concentration.
disadvantage. He just has to roll a d4 against them and then
Oh,
subtract what is. Yeah.
Okay. You are uncurled, but I will put a little marker on you because you are concentrating.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so Scar is baned.
Yeah.
There you go. What else would you like to do?
Lucky's like up there right now.
Yeah, Lucky's way up there.
What is this lion looking at right now?
Dagonet. Dagonet has taken up all of its vision currently because Lucky has jumped up high. So the lion is now turning around from lashing out at Lucky and is kind of like backed up against a wall here.
I stand in between the two and I ready my weapons.
Nice. Okay.
And that's it.
That Gerbian thief is dead, but the other one is still alive. And no! Is going to attack twice with the daggers, both of which hit, and it kills the lion, slays it, probably leaping out at it with daggers in the air and slamming into it. No, Richard, because that's the name of the dead Gerbian now. And it kills the lion there. He's like, I'm coming for you, Captain. And he's gonna attempt to help out his captain here on the next turn. But yeah, so the Gerbian killed one. That lion's dead. Dagonet, it is your go. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna spear the lion in front of me.
Yeah, get him. You are using this two-handed, right? So no shield?
No,
You're just,
one-handed.
Like, stabby. Okay, one-handed. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it does hit. Go ahead. Roll me some damage. This one. Yep. Okay. Dagonet hits really hard. So this lion that was looking pretty good is now not looking as good. That really hurt the lion and is stabbed into its flank here. Okay. Dagonet, what else would you like to do?
Stare at it.
Feel pretty good about yourself here? Yeah. Okay. Scar, on top of the captain here, is going to attempt to kill the captain. Does not have pack tactics anymore, and has to do a subtracted of a D4. Is going to bite down. That's a crit. But minus the D4, it'll still hit. It just won't be a critical even at max. So I'm just gonna roll the damage here, and it'll be 6 piercing damage. Latching down onto the Vulpin captain. Anyone looking on from a distance would think that the captain is dead. I think Pez is the only one close enough that might note that the Vulpin captain is not fully dead yet, but it is definitely on death's door here.
Only mostly dead.
Scar is ripping and tearing. Pez, what would you like to do?
Well, geez. It would be awful convenient if she just died.
I mean, decisions, right?
I mean, that one's at least, like, what, 10 feet away? It's not a problem. It's fine. I'm just gonna scoot a little bit farther away from it.
Yeah, sure. You, like, kind of skip over a Mopok that's been crushed under a stone, and you're just like, I'm gonna get on over this direction.
Excuse me. And I'm just gonna... Am I close enough to stab at that lion there that's
You
by
are
Dagonet?
indeed, yes.
I'm
yes.
gonna stab it.
Stab it.
Buttons.
Taking the dagger that a 6 does not hit, sadly. Yeah, the dagger that slayed the captain previously does not slay the lion at this point in time, but you are now involved in combat with this very cornered lion. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
How are the rest of my buddies looking? Are they okay? Is everybody looking okay? Lucky?
A lot better now that my super cool friend Pez healed me.
Oh.
Oh. I think.
All right.
Okay. I think that's it then for now.
Excellent. The Vulpin captain underneath this lion. Oh gosh. I guess it's going to try and like crawl away. They don't really have much option here.
Play dead.
Yeah, they're panicking. This lion is large and on top of them. I think he's just gonna attack. He's panicking. 13. Oh, it's all disadvantage because he's on his back. None of these hit. No, he's just under this lion now, bleeding out, gurgling. It's not going well. The lion in front of you, Dagonet, is going to attempt to bite out at you. A 15
Nope.
does not make contact against the wall that is Dagonet. And it's like backed up against the wall here, and you can definitely tell it's like trying to eyeball an escape of some kind. Lucky, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, Lucky's gonna use his bonus action to mark Scar.
Okay, so you're gonna move the mark to Scar.
Move the hunter's mark to Scar.
Okay,
Lucky's gonna attempt to fire at Scar. Okay.
absolutely. Roll me that longbow.
Okay, but also is gonna use Woodwaker to hit one of the.
I'm sorry, one more time.
So I have Hordebreaker, which means that if I can put it in the chat, hang on.
Yep, Hordebreaker. You can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that's within 5 feet of the original target. Please explain to me what you plan to do here.
I mean, they were gonna sell us out anyways, so I'm just gonna put them down quietly by the lions. So I'm just gonna go ahead and aim for that other Jubbean while I'm attacking. I mean, the Vulpin's like dead as far as I can tell. So I'm just gonna shoot the other, Jubbean. It's fine. It's just sorry, bud.
Who are you shooting first? Because that's where your
The-
thorns thing comes into action.
The lion will be first target, because that's survival. But if I can hit him, I'm also
Sure.
gonna turn and hit the
Yep. Okay.
Jubbean.
Roll me your longbow. That absolute 23 absolutely hits.
Okay, so
So
this is a
go-
lot right now. This is like
tell me what happens.
creme de la creme, okay?
Yep.
So as soon as he fires off an arrow, you see it split into like a pack of thorns that like not only hits him but also hits the Vulpin and the Jubbean if they can't make a dexterity saving throw. Well, it hits them anyways, but if they fail to D10, it saves half. And then he's gonna turn and like kind of shrug at the other Jubbean and go and shoot him too whenever you're.
So dexterity saving throw for all of them. Is it half on success?
It's half on success.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's great.
I'm glad I
love
missed this whole time. This is just the one time I'm like, I can do it.
This is amazing. The lion attempts to dodge out of the way, fails. I think they were just way too involved here. The Jubbean. 14. What was the DC? I'm sorry.
It just says DC says dexterity saving throw. I don't know if it's against my spell save.
It'll be
DC?
against your spell save.
It's 12.
It's 12. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Jubbean saves. The lion does not. So roll me longbow damage for impact on the lion.
Plus
For the arrow.
1d6 for a hunter's mark.
Plus 1d6 for
Okay.
hunter's mark.
Blech.
So 10 plus 1d6 for hunter's mark.
Blech.
Okay, so that's 14. Now roll me thorns.
1d10. 5.
Okay. And it's half on success. So
Mhm.
that's 19 points of damage right up front, directly into Scar's hide, tearing them apart. You note underneath that if this Vulpin captain wasn't dead, they are definitely dead now. The thorns have sprayed into them, into the sides here. The Jubbean gets caught up into it as well. They are probably almost dead. You see them get like torn up, and like they're like on their knees now. Their legs all torn apart, and they're kind of prone on the ground,
But
looking
he's
up
gonna
at you
turn and
pleadingly.
Fire and go. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. And just shoot him.
Shoot the arrow.
Christ.
So mean.
21 absolutely hits. Roll damage. You put him down, but roll damage. Yep, 6 more damage. This Jubbean dies.
I really
Holy
hope my
crap.
party didn't see this.
Well, I wasn't facing that
Wow.
way, so Dagnan didn't see it.
My face
I
is
don't- yeah,
turning
I don't
red
know if the-
because I feel like Lucky would be like, I mean, we gotta get into that joint somehow, and they're gonna sell us out. But me, I'm just like, oh my god, I feel so bad.
Just murdered so many things. I mean, that is what Hordebreaker and Thorns does. It's a bunch of damage in an area. Okay, they're dead.
so sorry, fellow Germans.
That lion is also dead. Eli, what would you like to do? You watch as Lucky like fires off a couple arrows across the side. And you watch as one breaks into like this hail of thorns and goes off into the distance. Don't think you've actually seen that before. But there's still a lion in front of you, so what would you like to do?
I'm a swing, because, you know,
Do it.
I haven't
Club
rolled,
this lion to
I haven't
death.
rolled poorly enough. So, heck it. What's another roll? That's an 8.
That's an 8. It's not gonna contact this lion. I think it's more of a cautionary thing other than anything else, like for the group. Is that like this lion's backed into a corner and is super vicious, right? But like if you guys like one of you is gonna get lucky here and be able to like actually put this thing down.
All right.
Anything else, Eli?
Nah.
Okay. That Gerbine is super dead. So Dagonet, what would you like to do?
Oh, I was gonna spear the lion in front of me. He just sees the arrows go overhead, and he's like, okay, well, Lucky's taking care of business.
Yep.
And yeah, he's gonna spear Kito.
Spear him. 15. That's a hit. 6 more piercing damage. Yeah, this lion is very hurt and is like, it's kind of like whimpering now and limping backwards and like lashes out every once in a while, but it's with much less ferocity than it was just even a moment ago. Yeah, it's in full panic mode. Scar though, Scar has been freed up of its prey and is going to, gosh, will be interesting, is going to make a run and pounce onto Pez. So Pez, I'm going to need you to roll me, I believe it's a strength saving throw. Yep.
Oh, good. Strength. Good.
Yep. That's a 0. That is a 0. The lion leaps into the air and lands on top of Pez.
Can it, if it's attacking, can it be a disadvantage?
It will be a normal roll because Pez is now pinned on the ground, and this lion is going to bite at it. That is a 17, Pez.
Definitely doesn't hit. No, that hits.
Okay. 10 piercing damage directly onto you, sinking into your feathered chest. Scar has found the party. Okay. That is that lion's whole go. Pez, you are now underneath the lion. What would you like to do? Oh, Scar is baned. Would a D4... what is your AC, Pez? It is 13?
13.
It's hit or above, so no, it technically won't help even at top. Thanks, chat, but he rolled 1 too high for it to matter.
Dang it.
Close. All right, Pez, what would you like to do?
My situation has changed from when it was like half a second ago.
Yes.
So, 1 second. Oh no, I don't have any second levels left. I'm scared and I have a knife. I'm gonna stab it because that's all I got. And also, I don't know, am I scared enough to inspire myself?
I mean,
That's a bonus, right?
you can inspire yourself. Maybe your screams of pain inspire you to strike out better. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. And that adds a 1d4?
6.
1d6. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'll be rolling at disadvantage because you're on your back prone here, and the lion is kind of like. And I know it's counterintuitive. It's like it's right there. Just stab at it. But like you're also trying to not get your face bitten off. This is all actively happening, right?
Yeah.
You're at disadvantage to try and stab at it. But you absolutely can. All right, so roll one more for me. Okay, so 12. But you do have... Well, that's enough to hit. A 12 is enough to hit, so you don't even have to use your Bardic Inspiration if you don't want.
Okay.
Yeah, so just roll that damage. 3 piercing damage. Yeah, you're able to score a hit on it. Scar is bleeding all over the place. There's like a wall of thorns like on its hide and kind of in its face and stuff. It looks really terribly rough, but it is not dead yet. Anything else you'd like to do, Pez?
Help.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So that Vulpin Captain's dead. So the other lion attempts to attack Dagonet now and lashes out with a claw. It's kind of like, it doesn't want to get closer to you guys. So it's kind of like pawing out, like leaning back somewhat. It's not really liking this whole situation. That's a 12. I'm going to go with that's a no. Okay. The lion is going to attempt to back away and leave here. It's like kind of like clawing and backing up. Do you guys want to make attacks of opportunity on it as it tries to flee?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me attacks. See if you can get anywhere. 23. No, it's not getting anywhere. Yeah. The Dagonet, roll me damage. Yeah, okay. So the lion attempts to back up after it like kind of swipes at you, and you step in with your shield, kind of bat that out of the way, and then push your spear in, and that lion also dies. At this point in time, you note that Pez has been leaped on, and there is a lion directly behind you on top of your small friend. But that lion's now dead. Lucky, what would you like to do?
Lucky hears Pez's cry of despair, and it's like, "Not my friend!" And he like bolts down off the ledge. And if I have, do I have full movement down? How much is down and then over? I would like to stand over Pez valiantly as she wants to.
Oh, over Pez's bot. Okay, so you can like kind of sort of fit in there because the lion's like partially on top of her. Roll me an acrobatics check to slide down this thing and make it over to her.
An 18.
Yeah, 18. Totally enough. So you're like kind of sort of on Pez here. I'm gonna send Pez to the back. Beep, 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 beep. All right, yeah. The lion is on top of her. Lucky is now standing on top of you. And what would you like to do here?
I would like to try to hit it with my rapier. Hashtag. I would also like to ask DM if this counts as a team tactics help, essentially, for her, in case she either tries to attack or get up next round. So essentially, if I feint or distract the target,
yes,
she gets
yes.
attack. Okay.
The attack on this I will count as like an attack to distract.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Don't let my friend.
9 does not contact. Oh.
It's fine.
Unluckily, but the lion does seem distracted by the thing that's moving within its range here. Eli, it is your go, my friend. What would you like to do? There's one lion remaining. It is old. It is banged up. It is a large lad that's been alive for a long time.
Not for much longer.
God.
I want to get it off of Pez.
Sure.
I don't suppose no. I wouldn't be able to do a shove and an attack.
No, a shove is an action.
But
you can shove if you
yeah,
like
I'm a shove.
Okay. So you're gonna run up to the line and try to shove it off Pez? Sure.
Heckin' yeah, and get in between the two of them.
If I remember correctly, it's competing athletics checks, I believe is what shove is.
Boy golly, I hope so.
Action shove. Special melee attack to shove a creature, knock it prone or push it away from you. Must be within your reach. Make an athletics check contested by the target's athletics check or dexterity check. So a 17. An 11. You are able to shove Scar to the side. I think probably what makes Scar like jump to the side is like you hit him in the side, like maybe barrel into him, and you like push more of those thorns deeper into his side. And he just leaps out of the way and gives a yowl and is now realizing his entire pack is gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Eli, do you have a bonus action you'd like to use?
Nah. I think the time has passed for Shield of Faith.
Okay. Dagonet, there's one lion left on the field. What would you like to do?
He kind of sighs. Now I have to walk over that way now. And Spear Scar.
Spear the Scar. 20 absolutely hits. Yeah. How do you defeat Scar, leader of the mountain lion pack that could magically summon boulders to fall down on you guys?
I'll skewer him in his one good eye.
Which is already like matted with blood from the thorns around and on his face, but you just directly into the eye of Scar, wrench it back out, and we find ourselves at the end of a long and bloody battle with all of the bandits dead and all of the lions dead. That being said, though, we'll wrap that up when we come back from break in about 3 to 5 minutes. This is DieFall Alderheart episode 8. We'll be right back. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you again for tuning into DieFall Alderheart episode 8. If you want to get caught up on any of the things here, you can head on over to the YouTube channel. That is youtube.com/runawayrobot, or you can click the link in the chat here. If you would like the podcast format instead, the all audio version, you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, and SoundCloud under DieFall Dungeons and Dragons. Big thank yous up front to Zombie Fighter and Wraith V for their patronage of our Patreon. The Patreon has been updated with new things. You can name NPCs. You can get behind the scenes stuff. If you go up to a certain level, you can get cool art made for different from this current adventure, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I couldn't think of the words there. I'm sorry about that. But go take a look at the Patreon. That is patreon.com/DieFall. And all of your support goes directly to supporting the cast members. I've always wanted to be able to pay my cast members, and this is the way that we can actually go and do that. So take a look if any of those things interest you there, behind the scenes stuff, post-show things, if GM tip things help interest you, or art or anything of that nature. The highest tier, I believe, is a recurring NPC. If you want to help design a recurring NPC to appear in DieFall shows, you can do that as well. All of that goes to the players here. Big thanks to the people who are supporting this channel right now. Stella Luna resubscribed 13 months in a row. Thank you so very much. Diabolito, thank you for the follow. Bonus Stage Rob resubscribed for 22 months. Thank you so much. Shades of Blue has resubscribed at 2 months, and WCBC Kilk has also followed. Chat, we're at 980 followers, 20 away from that big 1,000 goal. So tell your friends about us, huh? Just go give them a little hey hi ho there. All right. We'll be back in about 3 to 5. Welcome back to DieFall Alderheart episode 8, part 2 of our adventure today. Our heroes have successfully dispatched not just the mountain lions, but also all of the bandits in one way, shape, or form. No treachery was found here today, right? Right. So, what does the party want to do now? As the battle has subsided, the dust clears, you see that everyone but you is dead.
Somebody help me up.
Yeah, and I'll help Pez up. You all right?
I think some of this might be my blood. Got any band-aids?
Let me see what I can drum up. Do I have any band-aids? I mean, I could cure people, I guess, but...
Doesn't someone have like a medical kit somewhere?
Oh, I have a healer's kit. Check that out.
Yeah. So the healer's kit, I think, just stops you from having to make medicine checks to like stabilize someone who's downed, unless you have the like medicine, like the healer feat.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think you can actually apply that and create healing, but I could, for argument's sake.
I mean, it says it's got bandages in it, so I'm just going to put bandages on Pez. Whether or not it does anything mechanical, I'm just going to patch Pez up.
Love it.
You got any with the flowers on them?
I suppose I could draw a little bit of...
Stickers in there?
I'm gonna be cheeky. Can I use thaumaturgy in some way? Probably not.
Does thaumaturgy create images?
No.
I mean, you could take like a bit of charcoal and try and draw on it.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw little harps.
Would Lucky notice you trying to draw something on the bandage, I think?
He's not
Right.
being particularly sneaky.
Lucky pulls out his dad's pin.
Oh god.
Pull out what?
I got something for this. And he pulls out the pin that may or may not have stolen to let you. Do you need this to draw on the bandages to help with healing?
Where did you get this?
I got things. I got pockets. Lots of things.
That's real shiny.
What? Just focus on the pain.
Pess, would you have ever seen your dad writing before?
I mean, probably, but did I pay that much attention? Probably not.
Yeah, okay, sure. That's up to you. You can roll for it if you want to roll for it, or you can just say you don't.
I don't think I'd notice, not unless it says my dad's name on it or something.
No, I don't think it does. It's just like it's just a very nice pen.
You can probably get those at any grocery store.
Everybody's got pins, right? Like you don't carry a pin on you?
It's just uncharacteristically nice for Lucky, and usually that means it came from somewhere shady. But Eli will give him the benefit of the doubt and draw little harps on the bandage. Little like shine, like he tries to make them look like they're glowing, like little shines around them.
That is so precious.
It's adorable. It's adorable. Oh my gosh.
Lucky, you cannot get in. That was a big lion and you were very small, and I understand you're trying to help, but oh my goodness. It's real scary.
You did the same for me with Ray. I mean,
Yeah, but that's a lion.
it was nothing. I mean, clearly we were able to handle them either way. So it's fine.
She wasn't gonna eat you. That thing can eat you.
I don't know if Frey would have eaten me or not, put in the right or wrong situations. I don't know.
It'll probably take her a lot longer.
Probably. It's fine. Look, you do. It's a favor thing. You did a favor for me. I do a favor for you. Now you do a favor for me. Like write a song about me. That's not about me getting hit by a rock.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Be like Lucky the Brave. The bravest shining hero with the strongest tail and jump real far. You can jump over oceans.
This is what I was made for. You know? Meeting you guys, writing songs about our legend. This is what we're made for.
I'll just hang out in back and write stuff. You guys do all the fighting stuff.
It's just a pity we can't find our way now without our scouts.
Yes, it is very unfortunate that all of them perished. Diana is kind of making sure that they are actually dead.
So yeah, you're poking around on all the bodies. The ones that ended up under the rocks may have been savable at one point in time, but I think as the battle waned on, they succumbed to their wounds. The Vulpin captain seems to have a lot of these thorns in them, as well as, I mean, probably not the thing that killed them, right? Because they have mostly their throat torn out by what seems to have been a lion. One of the gerbines looks broken in half by one of the lions. Lots of stab wounds on all the lions. I mean, everyone seems dead. If you want to go a looting, you can. Yeah, Richard is dead. Poor Richard. Richard's savior, I don't know. Riley also perished.
Lucky
So.
immediately goes to loot the other Vulpin. It's not gonna use it anymore,
Immediately
guys.
goes to loot the other Vulpin.
Not other gerbeans, no mop
Yeah.
marks.
Sure. So this Vulpin is like similarly appointed in but is wearing a studded leather armor and carrying a short sword that has the same kind of pommel as Frey's did. It seems to be, you know, as you would know as a former bandit, a signet of being a captain of the bandits, a status symbol of sorts. Are you looking for monies? Are you looking for
No.
monies?
No, I feel like at this point, Lucky sees himself as a bandit captain slayer. So he is collecting trophies.
So do you collect up the short sword then?
Yeah, I think I'm looking particularly for the sword, not for use in fighting, but just as a collection. And then if he has or if they had a ring signet like Frey had, so it's like, do they have like the you're a captain, you earn this, or is it just the sword thing that gets there?
Oh no. So the sword thing is what you would know.
Okay.
Checking their fingers, you do note that they have like just like a brass ring on, but not the same as what Frey was wearing.
All right, just for trophy. I'm gonna take the sword.
So you take the blade, you take the ring.
I'll leave the ring. I mean,
okay.
I'll be. I don't want to take too much. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I'll take the ring.
Okay. Do you guys want to go through their pockets or no? Yes. Okay.
Do they have anything shiny that's just like on the ground or around? Shiny
I mean,
stuff?
they all have like belt pouches with various amounts of money inside of them. So
They're not using it.
they currently are not using it. No. Between all of them, you find about 17 gold pieces worth of coinage in various amounts, because there were 1, 2, 3, 4 Mawpoks, the captain, and then the 2 Gerbeans. Yeah, it's about 17 gold worth of coin.
I'll divvy that up. Do some math.
As for the Mawpoks themselves, I mean, they're wearing just like kind of plain cobbled together leather armor. They have short swords, short bows. The Gerbeans have daggers on them, and they are also wearing some like kind of cobbled together leather armor.
Do you guys think that maybe since we're trying to do an espionage, should we take some bandit clothes?
I mean, this Vulpin's got some studded armor. If one of you wants to try squeeze into this.
It might be a little heavy for me.
Yeah, you know.
Dagon just kind of like looks down and like, I don't think any of this stuff would fit me.
Do they have like bandanas or anything signifying their banditry?
Do they have bandit bandanas? Yeah, sure, why not?
tattoos.
One of the Mawpoks has a bandit bandana.
Just as
Maybe you
bandit.
think it's a bandit bandana. It's just a bandana that they had tied around their arm, and it seems to be light blue in color. It's seen better days, but it is a bandana.
I think this will help us blend in.
Okay.
Just gonna take it and tie it around like a little, like
Yeah, sure.
a neck thing
Sure, yeah.
with a cute little bow on the back.
Okay. Anything else you guys would like to do? Gonna just like leave the carnage here?
I mean, we can move them out of. Well, I don't know if this is much choice.
I think the best thing that we can do is let them know when we get to the fortress, because this is rock. We can't really give them a sort of burial.
Yeah, I definitely think we could let them know that we found them when we were coming back together, to tell them about everything that happened in Alderheart, like we just told them. We're gonna give them information. Can you do you mind clearing your throat? Your little, there's a lot of dust in the air. It might be making you a little scratchy. Are you okay? Do you anybody got any like mint, peppermint maybe or something? You got any?
Is this mountain air is hot on the voice?
Got beans.
They are a magical fruit.
But
Okay.
I definitely think we should at least get on the way. 'Cause I don't know if we should like stay here. If there's another troop of bandits that also try to split us.
About what time is it? Is it noon?
So yeah, it was like early afternoon when this happened. So the fight itself only took maybe a minute. So I mean, it's probably like maybe 1:15 at this point.
Maybe go further down the road and then have some lunch? We didn't get breakfast.
We definitely could use some rest. I just don't think in the middle of the road amongst a bunch of dead bodies would be the best idea.
No.
I'm sure we could find. Maybe we could find like a covering somewhere, like a little hide-in, not like a full like cave or anything. But, you know, just a little nook. I'm not familiar with mountains, but like a nook, you know.
Okay, so you guys want to like proceed a little bit and see if you can't find a nook. Is that correct, Lucky? All right, Lucky, let's see if you can't find a nook down the road. Roll me survival.
Oh, great.
You got this.
An 11.
An 11. So you look for a nook. I think you're walking for quite some time before you realize that you're not really sure what you're actually looking for. But eventually you're like, oh, that kind of looks like an okay place to sit on the side of the road. Maybe we should just stop there.
And that's definitely his internal thought process. External is, yes, it's a nook. It's like what I was talking about.
Clearly, you guys, this is the best place for us to rest for a minute if you guys would like. I'll keep an eye out for other mountain lions.
And now I would like to use primeval awareness to make sure there is no other.
Sure, yeah. So put that in the chat so we can all see it.
Totally didn't have this before.
Chat, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's
Use
fine.
your action to expend 1 ranger spell slot. Focus your awareness on the region around you. For 1 minute per level, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you, or within 6 miles if you're in your favorite terrain. So you're not in favorite terrain, but within 1 mile, aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, phase fiends, undead.
I guess you can't. No beast. Never mind.
No beasts. Are you sure?
I mean, we can look for those. I don't mind.
sure?
I'm sure Lucky would be convinced that he could find anything, frankly.
It's up to you. You don't have to spend it if you don't want to spend it.
I mean, what other action am I going to use it for? Sure.
So you focus yourself in. You spend one of your ranger spell slots. You guys, what does Lucky do to expand their awareness this far?
I feel like Lucky is like, once everybody's like settled, Lucky like crawls up on like a side rock around the nook, like picks up some dust, drops it in the air, licks the dust a little bit. His little ears are twitching, looking, trying to see if he can hear anything. It's not, but still,
Where there's lions, sometimes there's dragons.
Lions, dragons, and bears. Oh my. Entirely true. Yeah. So you cast your mind outward looking for something, anything, one of these things that you can potentially find within a mile of you in these mountains. You soar up into the sky with the birds, you burrow under the ground with the moles, and you try and find any of these particular things. I think you do get something for elemental, but it is deep, deep below you.
Get it.
and he's gonna like quietly thank all the animals that have lended him his faith. We're fine. There's no more. There's no dragons. So, I could have been one. That's all I'm saying. Sits down quietly.
There could have been. That is true. So would you guys like to take a short rest here? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, yeah, so if you want to spend hit die, go ahead and go for it. Just click the word hit die on your sheet. I think we did fix those the last time we had done all of this, so they should be functioning. Eli, well, what you doing, bud?
Oh, just hearthing it up, and you can take the higher roll between two of your hit die roll. Like you roll it, you can re-roll it if it's not to your standards.
But
Yeah.
So the little hearth pops up, and what this allows you to do, there's a little iron cooking pot. Did you want to cook something as well?
Oh, you know it, man. I'm making my magnificent feast, and we're having some gosh dang beans.
Awesome. Making some beans. Spending 10 minutes to do this. So whoever eats the beans from this heals themselves 2d4 plus 3, I believe, for cleric level.
Yeah.
And you can, and it lasts for 8 hours. So you can take it with you if you'd like, or if you'd like to have a munch on this lunch and not spend your hit die, or if you want to spend your hit die and take the 2d4 plus 3, you're more than welcome to.
I'm gonna roll another one. Oh, I'm gonna keep the first one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save
so
my hit die.
Okay.
Lucky's gonna just pack up some beans, but then take a hit die out. So
Okay.
And it's +3 to the 2d4.
Yep. 2d4 plus 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dag's just gonna eat.
Yeah.
Eat them beans. 6 on the beans. What is that, Pez?
are we all looking okay then? How's everybody doing?
I'm looking better. I'm not. I guess your temporary hit points would have ended with heroism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all of the stuff that you guys have been concentrating on had I think a max limit of about 10 minutes, which by the time you had walked down the road some to take this short rest, all of that stuff would have ended.
Gotcha.
We could also do that, possibly. Is that okay?
A Song of Rest. Anyone can hear you performance regain hit points by spending hit die at the end of the short rest. Each of those extra creatures gets 1d6 hit points. Okay, yeah, so if you spent a hit die, you get to just put in a 1d6, and you get also that.
Oh, no fooling.
Yeah. What cooking healing spell is that?
My hero.
That is part of the Cleric of Community that came with the Humblewood book.
Yeah.
So Blessing of the Hearth is a little cook pot comes out, and a little hearth, like a little stone flagstone comes out, and a little fire is on top of it, a little magical fire.
Yeah.
And you can use it to prepare a meal. And whoever uses hit die during this short rest, you can re-roll one of those hit die. Magnificent Feast is like Baby Hero's Feast.
That's my channel divinity as that same cleric.
Mm-hmm. So it heals you 2d4 plus the cleric level. It also will remove frightened or poisoned condition from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's very cool. The little community cleric is it's very sweet. It's a very
It's wholesome as heck.
super wholesome. Yeah.
Just like the
super
rest of this
wholesome.
game.
Okay, so you guys have taken your short rest, healed up a little bit, had a little snack. Some of you, others of you are maybe packed your beans for the road. Do you guys continue on your way?
Yeah.
All right. What's the marching order? Same as you guys were doing previously, anyways. Yeah. Okay. So because you were leading the pack, Lucky,
Wait.
roll me survival check. You are navigating this mountainous terrain to the
Not-
best of your ability with a 7. You're loving it. You're killing it out here. Luckily, there is only one road, so you're probably gonna still do okay. The rest of you that are walking around, if you would like to make perception checks, go ahead and go for it.
I'm sorry to say, anybody?
Yeah, anyone.
Okay.
I mean, unless you're doing something particular while walking around that's not perceiving.
I'm looking for things to put in my little scrapbook.
Okay. Pez, I think you've accidentally
I
done
did.
the... Yeah, that's fine. So it's a 20. Eli with an 11, and Dagonet with a 4, because you're sadly still exhausted. Oh, poor Dagonet. So Pez, with your 20, you note that as you guys continue wandering on, that the sun dips behind the mountains rather early in the afternoon, right? So you're kind of cast into the shadows of the mountains here. You can kind of still see that the sky is blue, but you're in somewhat darkness rather early in the day. You don't pick out any other of these mountain lions, but as you're kind of observing, you do see signs of other campsites, of where maybe patrols had camped, or people who had been traveling to the stronghold had stopped and made some camp. So the evidence would be either like downed logs turned on their side with stones around what seems to be like a burnt out fire, or coals from a fire, something like that, kind of off to the side of this road as you continue to make your way into the mountainside. And yeah, it does begin to get chilly as the sun drops behind the mountains. A nice like mist and fog begins to form as it becomes darker and darker.
Seems risky to be lighting fires. I don't know. There's places that are on fire. I guess like that none of it went wrong, but jeez. It's fine.
I mean, there's not much like vegetation around here, so I don't know if it's gonna catch on fire. But noted, be careful. Always be careful of dry conditions with fires.
Heard about flammable rocks. No, I haven't heard about
What?
flammable rocks.
Well, I wouldn't doubt they exist because we've seen flammable bats.
Oh, yeah. Do you think they're regular bats covered in something and then flammable on top of that? Maybe they're covered in maybe they eat the flammable rocks and then gain flammable powers. I'm writing that down.
Like your next hit, it's like zing of fire or something.
The tail of the flammable rock.
It's a rock named Zing. You should hire me.
Maybe as a per hit basis.
They'll be all hits.
Oh, I
Every single
believe
one.
it. How
Alright, let's
far
keep
away are we? Are we there yet?
I think as the day sort of comes to a close, and Lucky may kind of like every once in a while you like stray from the road. Like it like turns, you're like, oh, it's probably gonna go this way, and then like you're a couple seconds later, you're like, oh no, not the road. Kind of gotta go back over this way. It's fine. It maybe delays you like maybe like 30 minutes to an hour or so, but eventually, yeah, in the darkness, finally through the mist, you can see a pair of great stone towers looming on the horizon. As you approach, you note they're connected to a squat and sturdy fortress which stands among the crags. We'll just take Pez's perception. It is getting darker, so it's hard for you to see, but I think if they're backlit by some torchlight up on the walls, you'd be able to see that there are some shapes patrolling the parapets. And you do see the banners with the crest of the Bandit Coalition hanging proudly from the walls. The walls themselves are around 100 feet high with guard posts stationed around the perimeter. Yeah, and it kind of like backs itself up into one of these mountain faces.
So what's the plan?
I don't think we stop. You guys want to stop and discuss what we do before we go in here? I don't know how long I have before there's another patrol or something.
Well, up until the mountain lions, the last plan worked.
I mean, we can always clearly those bandits were a little off-put by two, no offense, feathered individuals being a bandit in our clan. So unless you guys have a really clever story, or you want to tell your story when they ask, I'm afraid I don't know if I can talk for you the whole time. They might not.
I'm not very good at convincing people of stuff. I just take it and leave, and then hope they never find out. Essentially.
I mean, I can be fairly convincing, but I don't know if we'd want to risk it.
I do think we have a bit of an advantage knowing that we know that Alderheart has 2 of the bandits that attacked Alderheart before, and that maybe we needed to come and tell them about what's happening. You know, like we're a little bit ahead of the rest of the pack coming back essentially from that attack, because I don't really know how many of them there were left. It was just our little camp that we knew about, so to try. I don't. Look, all I know is I don't want to be on the bad side. So, well, I'm already on the bad side, but I don't want them to know that I'm on the bad side, you know.
So we all came from Alderheart.
But, like, a part of attacking me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe
And
you
we
guys
don't
were
like
a
the
part
first
of, like we were talking about, a part of Alderheart's, like, you guys were, like, spies in Alderheart. Getting the lowdown on when was the best day to attack, when the shipments were coming in, etc. I don't really know if they're going to be too keen on, like, sending people out to rescue their fellow bandits. Bandits are usually, like, bandit to bandit. You know what I'm saying? Like, out for themselves. You know, it's not, like, kind of thing. But at least, you know, we show fervor in letting them know. What do you think,
Worth
Degane?
a shot.
Well, is it, we're going to have to say something regardless. Whatever we're going to say, I feel it's going to be an uphill battle, but because, you know, Pez and I, we're not, you know, the part of the humble ground folk, but, well, we got to try. You know, if we say we are part of the underground scene in Alderheart, that I think it be our best option.
Eli, do you want to take the reins on this when we approach the god? You're big and intimidating, man. You don't know that you are, but you're definitely big and intimidating, and I think that at least if the big guy goes first, that I can back you up. Like, yeah, what he said, kind of thing. You know?
Well, I don't know about intimidating. I mean,
No. We all know you're a softy, but they don't. You know.
Well, I mean, I was doing the strong silent act because you know my shall we say pleasant demeanor might be a little it might give me away. I can try. Now you don't give us your money, we'll kick your behinds.
Yeah, you look a little constipated. I'll just take the reins. It's fine.
I tried, Lucky.
It's fine. Not everybody can be as conniving. All right. I guess I'll try, but then we'll you gotta all take up your own story once they ask it, because you know I'm not a Vulpin. I got the Vulpin swords. I could be like, hey, these are captains that, well, one of them we lost in Alderheart. The other one we found had been ravaged by lions, mountain lions, on the path on the way up here, and it was our duty to bring them back up. You know, be like, R.I.P.
Well, maybe we saw the other group getting attacked by lions, and
we tried to save them.
Tried to save them, but we ended up being the stronger bandits.
Yeah, we got the stuff suddenly. Okay, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you remember the leader's name? Because me as a player cannot remember. So
it was also said to us at some point, but player is...
It is General Benna Saradin.
Benna Saradin.
I knew it was a B. It was Brenda.
Brenda Saradin.
Best not to call it Brenda. Yeah, seem like that would not start us on the right foot, no?
Right. Can I get
if we can see.
She goes by General.
General Sheridan. Yeah.
General Sheridan. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, I'm changing my story real fast. I don't know if anybody. I think maybe because I don't know anything about spying or secrets or anything like that. But maybe we just did some odd jobs for the bandits, and then the fires happened, and we heard that it's safer up here. Maybe we're just coming to rally because we don't want to be an Alderheart, right? Alderheart's made out of wood.
Lucky leans over to Eli. Are you sure she wouldn't be a good hostage? Pretty sure she'd be a good hostage.
I don't really feel great about that. I mean, you don't know what the general's doing with hostages these days.
Right. Right. You're not good at being the strong, silent type, Pez?
Oh, I can try. I'm gonna.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Very. Yeah, right.
I'm a strong, silent bard.
What if you were just Dagonet's apprentice in the carpenter business? Working. I look at him. Let's just tell him you were spies. You were very convincing. I don't know.
I have amnesia. I'm a spy with amnesia.
Well, you could always play the card like I'm a spy, but if I gave away all my secrets, it wouldn't be a very good spy now, would I? You don't have to know anything.
Like you're clearly a great bard, all right? Look. You're a great bard, all right?
You're just looking for worldly tales, right? And bandits have good tales.
You could have been also working the taverns, trying to scope out people that you could have been telling Dagonet who to put the latches in the bottom of the floors to trap. Weak. That guy's weak. Get him, that kind of thing. He didn't tip me as much when I was telling that tale, clearly. Or he was tipping me very much. That's a target,
Oh, we're all working together. I like it.
I'm gonna forget all of this when we get
I
in there.
rolled a 6 on the floor. So my real dice are rolling as poorly as my roll 20 dice.
Perfect.
Just so that everybody's aware.
Great balance.
Sorry, I was fidgeting with dice.
Okay. Well, it is late in the evening. Do you guys want to try and approach the camp tonight?
What would look more suspicious, approaching at night or approaching in the day? Is there ever a good time to infiltrate a bandit fortress?
I think if we're normal bandits, it doesn't matter when we decide to walk up to the door. Be like, hey, we're home.
Yeah, walk like we own the place because,
we're
if we're
supposed
bandits,
to
we do.
belong.
Right.
If we act scared or, sneaky, they're going
Or
to
make
be
a big
suspicious.
flourish about entering. Yeah, I agree.
We'll
Blend
just walk
in.
up to the door.
Act natural.
I imagine mountain lions are really active at night too, right?
How much do you know about mountain lions?
They're my favorite enemy, so I imagine
They're
I
beasts, right?
Yeah.
So roll a nature check with advantage.
Sweet. Oh, good. That's my intelligence. Negative. Sweet.
A
10.
10. Some big cats are nocturnal, but some are also day hunters. Right now, you don't remember which one mountain lions are. But you were attacked in the daytime, and there was 4 of them, and they attacked a really large group. So maybe they just don't have any fear.
I mean, like I certainly don't want to be camping out here at night when they could have advantage because cats have great eyesight at night, See all that stuff, and I think we should. I think we should get it out of the way. That's my opinion. That's my vote. If we're voting, are we voting that way? Are we voting that we're voting? That's what I'm voting. Go ahead.
Unless anybody needs to rest, I'll be glad to stay up and keep an eye out. But
No,
big cats.
as much as I would like to sleep tonight, I also don't want to be bitten in half by mountain lions. Or sleeping next to a cliff again, that's not my first choice.
I don't know when they're gonna send out another patrol, and I don't know how well we can hide our whole body, So I don't know if they came across us just sleeping we were really close, but we just decided to nap outside the doors, no problem. It might look a little.
Yes, as we said, just go in. Get there as fast as we can, yeah?
Is there a guard outpost out front?
There are guards posted. Yes. So, you do note that there's a small single file entry door that seems to be guarded off to the side. The main door where the wagons and things would go in doesn't seem to be guarded, but it also looks like the portcullies are down for the night, right? It's all barred off. But over to the side, there does seem to be currently a small side door that does have 2 guards posted for now, and not super sure how long they'll be posted for the evening. But you do note that they're well-armored Mawpoks. You can tell from some of the torchlight that it seems to glint off their chainmail, and they're wielding large axes. They're also much bigger than the Mawpoks that you've seen previously.
All right, what I do know about bandits is you don't let them know you're weak. All right? So, take a moment. Puff your chest out. We're gonna walk up there. And we're just gonna try to walk in past them like we know what we're doing. And when they ask, then we'll talk about whatever we gotta talk about. But I don't know if there's a secret fancy down there before I get in. So, we'll just try to make it happen, alright?
Is that the plan? Yeah.
Also keep an eye out for alternative exits just in case something goes very bad. And we have to make a quick run out exit. Right? I'm sure there's
Duly noted.
just one. You guys ready? You look great. You look fierce. You look like bandits. You're very dirty. You're covered in dried blood. You're great. You look great, Pez. You look particularly. I took on a big cat.
Very dirty. Do they have showers in there?
That wouldn't be the first question I'd ask.
Oh. It's terrible. All right.
Okay. So you approach the side door here with the 2 armored Mawpoks. Okay. Hey, who goes there? It's late.
Yeah, we were first of all, hello.
Yeah, come close. Get in the torchlight so I can at least see you.
You Lucky walks forward, kind of making sure both of the captain's swords are leaning forward.
Oh, both of them. Okay, yeah.
Just we were headed here because we have news from Alderheart about the attack that we took on them.
You look like hell.
Are
you all right?
It's been a rough couple of days. We also encountered one of your patrols out there, who had been completely ravaged by mountain lions. We took care of the rest of the mountain lions, but they were gone. This is the captain of that patrol's sword.
He looks down and he looks at the other, and he sees both swords and says, "Oh, Captain, I'm sorry." And he straightens up. The other one next to him goes, "Oh," and they both give you a salute.
Yeah, so we're gonna go in and rest because it's been a rough couple of days. Has there been anything you've been keeping an eye out for? Any dangers that's happened? Any problems lately?
Well,
anything we need to report out here?
No, but we know General Saradin's got something really big coming up. She's got some real big ideas in that head of hers, right? And I think we're gonna take it right to him. We're gonna take Alderheart down, from the roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bottom branches to trunk.
Wait.
Yeah.
Who's that with you?
This is the rest of my crew. I know they look a little disheveled as well.
Yeah.
Don't talk to this
Look
guy.
terrible.
Don't make eye contact. He
He's had a rough time. At least 2 lions he had to take down himself.
2 lions?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Wow. 2 of them?
Yeah.
Incredible.
This beautiful, budded fella tapping on Dagonet's chest. He is extremely strong. Is one of my spies that we got into Alderheart. So we have information. Don't tell anybody. Between you and me, right? He knows.
Yeah,
Look
spies.
at him. He
That
knows.
makes sense because you need the wing, you need the feather types to really fit in Alderheart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this lady, look how beautiful she is. I mean, she's a little dirty right now, but this beautiful lady is also a spy. Tells the tales, fills everybody's ears with all the tales about how the bandits are
She's
gone.
a bard? She's a
She's-
bard. Oh, I like bards.
What's your favorite song?
Well, there's one, about a Mopok tinker who, he falls in love with a woman who was far above his station, and they run away together, and they live happily ever after, in a beautiful land on a lake, and they have a home, and many children, and Larry, I'm gonna need you to stop right there. We need to not bother the captain and the crew. Oh, right. Well, if you're around tomorrow and you want to play I'm sure everyone inside would love a little jaunty tune. It's been real tough up here, you know. And Larry, I'm really gonna need you to you're just gonna have to stop now. Right. Oh, okay.
Larry, you're gonna have to teach me that song.
Oh, I'd love to. It's an old standby for us humble folk. I know that you winged folk always up in the trees and stuff, but some of the best music comes down from on the ground.
I will have to agree with that one. Yeah.
Oh, you like being on the ground too? You one of them ground winged ones?
I spend many years on the ground. Yes.
Oh, isn't it wonderful down here? Everything's right, nice and close. And he like stomps on the ground. Larry, seriously, this is getting to be a little much. Oh, all right, Captain. I'm sorry. I'll let y'all be now. With advantage, Lucky.
Yes.
Please roll me a persuasion check. See if they buy your concocted nonsense.
Woo! Oh, God, why?
That is a 10.
Great.
Well, Larry's convinced. All right. Well, head on inside, and I'll have Larry here because I gotta watch the door. Can't trust Larry in his eyes. Nope, it's real dark out here. Can't see nothing. I'm just gonna escort you to the barracks, and we'll see if we can't get you a spot to sleep. And I'm sure General Saradin would love to hear your report in the morning.
I was going to ask you a question. We've been on this mission for quite a while out on the other side of Alderheart, scoping out Alderheart, trying to find a place to get in. It takes a while to infiltrate a system. Is General's office still where it used to be over in the area? Like, has it moved at all? I know she's got great taste and, like, you know...
Yeah, no, so she's still up in the inner keep area. Yeah, the older part of the fortress. You know, we built out this whole side here, but she's still up in the top there where the infirmary is.
Oh, all right, cool. All right, well, yeah, Larry, if you want to tell us about your folk
Oh,
song.
yeah, I'd love to. That'd be wonderful. I'll take you guys right on inside. Yep. You just follow me. And so they open the small side door. And there's Larry knocks on it in a very particular way. And then you hear like a bar slide on the back, and the door opens, and you're ushered inside where it is then closed behind you. Larry greets the other guards. Say, well, yeah, we've got a captain that's returned in. No, I don't recognize them, but you know, they've got 2 Captain Sword, and they've got spies in their crew, which is pretty cool if you ask me, and one of them's a bard, which is awesome. Yeah, I thought I'd ask if they'd play us a song, but they said they're a little busy and might be tomorrow morning, so, you know, be around. Oh, sorry, you guys come on in. I'll walk you over to the barracks and such. So once you're inside, you find a wide courtyard, which contains what looks to be like a small community of humble folk. It is very late in the evening, so there's not a whole lot of activity going on. But you do see some walking around with arms and armor, but some seem to be unarmed and just wearing regular clothes. There's also some children and women and what seem to be, mothers and caretakers around. And there are 2 buildings inside these walls, as well as a narrow road that leads upwards towards what looks to be a keep inside of the fortress walls. There's a large building to the east, and it has rows of target dummies up in the front. It doesn't seem to be that anyone's using them right now, but it does seem that they probably do some archery training here or something. Then there's one to the west of that building, which is slightly smaller. Looks a bit like a barn. And you can kind of see around it that there's supply wagons that have been piled up, and they're like covered in tarps and when they're sitting outside. There's a large canvas tent over near the first building. It does seem to be guarded, and as a gust of wind kind of blows up, some torchlight reveals some cages inside. You looking around the inside corners of the walls, you can see some spiral staircases that, let you up onto the upper levels. And now that you're inside, you can see 2 people. You can see guards walking the parapets with, torches, and they have bows strapped onto them. And you can see the inside of the main gate, where there's 2 large levers. And it does look like that there's a drawbridge that is up, and the portcullis is currently down, since it is not expecting anyone to arrive today. So Larry has walked you inside, and he's starting to walk you towards the large wooden buildings. Well, I don't know when the last time you guys were here, but we rebuilt the barracks, and it can house almost 300 bandits at this point in time. I know, it's quite incredible. Just get on inside. But we've got them stacked 3 high in the bunk beds now, too. So everyone's hitting out in tents around the back. We don't have enough room for just about everyone, but we do have quite a sizable force that we can house here in the stronghold. Now, when did y'all say that you were last here?
Oh, how long has it been, Eli?
A year.
Yeah, it's been like a year.
Whole dang year. Well, you guys have been doing some pretty good work out there then. I see that you need to get yourselves cleaned up. The barracks has some wash buckets that you can probably make some use of, and we can get your armor and stuff tended to in the morning when all the armorers are up and doing their jobs. Now, I'll just drop you off here at the barracks, and I'll let the other guards know around here that you'll be expected to see the General Saradin in the morning.
All right, that'd be great. Do we and I don't mean to like pull any sway or anything, but is there any like captain's quarters around here? Or is it just everybody?
Oh, that's right. You're a captain. No, I'm gonna have to be honest here. We tore down what was the separate captain's corners on General Saradin's orders. She said that it was good for the captain to be seen with their men, and that we then put all of that extra material into building this great big barracks right here.
Great. All right. I guess we'll find some spaces together so we can be seen together, right, guys? Yeah, they're really tired. All right. Well,
Right, so just
especially.
just head on inside, and right here on the right there should be some open bunks. I'll let the quartermaster know, and you guys just get some good rest, and you'll be tallied up for in the morning. They'll take your names and make sure that you come back all safe and sound, and we'll probably send out a patrol to verify what you had said about them mountain lions, make sure there aren't any other ones patrolling around.
Yeah, those like at least 4 there. It must be a problem.
4 of them?
Yeah,
Wow,
don't-
I've only seen the one, and it was way off in the distance, but I ain't never seen them 4 all together. That's incredible.
Yeah, well, speaking of, you better get back on your post because you don't know if your partner's doing what's wrong right now. That'd be pretty important.
That's right. Well, now, y'all have a great evening, well, I'll probably be off shift by the time you guys are going to see General Saradin, but give her my best, would you? She's She's a right wonderful woman.
We will. We'll definitely tell her that Larry says good morning.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna go head back to my post now. Y'all have a great night.
All right.
And Larry turns to leave. Inside the barracks, you note as you walk in, it could house quite a many people. It definitely doesn't seem full. And you do note that it is being used to house, in some cases, children, and not necessarily just soldiers. It looks like there are some families that live here, and maybe refugees of some kind. But there are some empty bunks over to the right-hand side of the main door that seem to be available for you. They each have like what seem to be like knitted together blankets on top of them, and yeah, they're available for your use.
Eli, did you see the tent with the cages on the way in?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
Did you see the tent with the cages on the way in?
Yeah, I clocked that when I came in. I didn't get a good look at the cages though, but
But if
I
it's
don't
our
know.
people,
Do you remember so many families here?
I don't remember much time here ever. I was just always in little outskirts of the swamp doing small jobs with prey. So I was never told that there was families being raised here.
Hmm.
I hope Richard wasn't a part of any of these families.
Well, hopefully not. I don't know. I didn't expect it to look so much like well, frankly, I guess a refugee camp. They're distinctly unbandit-like.
Yeah, I don't really know many bandits to take in refugees either. So
You think they're hostages?
I don't know. Maybe these bandits have been dealing with the fires just like we have. They had to take people.
Could be.
Just weird
Huh.
though that they wouldn't just loot them and be like, "Yeah, whatever, bye," and then, you know.
Well,
We could always try to get the scope off the general.
yeah, exactly.
I wonder what this big plan is he's talking about with Alderheart.
I don't know, but it can't be good, especially given the fact that assault wasn't the big plan.
Right? It's like the whole god was out there.
Maybe that was the test, the trial run. I don't know. We need more information.
Hey, Pez, you did say they have some wash basins around if you want to get cleaned up at all. I know you're probably itching to get all that dirt off you.
Very gross.
Do you need somebody to go with you? Do you need like a guard or something? Are you afraid of, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be public baths or not.
How far away are we from other people?
You do note that off to the side there is a small Vulpin child that is like watching you wonderment. Specifically Pez, because you're A, a bird folk, and B, your coloration is wild from what they are used to, and they're kind of just looking at you like there's a very small.
I'm gonna throw on my fancy cloak real fast, just on top of this one. And then like play a quiet little tune.
That immediately gets the attention of 6 other children that are in the room. Hedge children, Vulpin children, a couple of Mawpox, and a servant child as well, all show up in front of you, and they just... And like the first one just kind of like sits down cross-legged.
You're really good at that.
Oh, well, thank you. It's just a lot of practice. All you gotta do is practice, and also maybe have an instrument. But you can make an instrument out of anything.
Anything?
Yeah. Go outside, get some sticks, and start
stick?
banging them together. Mm-hmm.
Guys, let's go get sticks. We're gonna bang them together and make music.
And they all like sprint outside with like the people that were taking care, they're like, no, it's dark outside. You can't go out there. Come back inside. And the guards outside are like trying to round them back up and get them back inside.
No, we're gonna get sticks and we're gonna make music. It's gonna be really awesome. I'm gonna be in a band.
And they're gonna like run around, and you see the Vulpin kid come back, and he's got a couple twigs in his hand. He's like,
Okay, I have my sticks.
and he like sits back down on the ground.
Oh, I didn't realize this was going to be a lesson. I thought you were just going to leave. All right. Just feel it. Feel the rhythm.
Am I doing it? Am I doing it?
The acoustics in here are pretty terrible, though, if you want to go outside. And
What's an acoustic?
Outside again, the acoustic better. And he runs back outside, and they're just, giving the adults general trouble for some time. What would you like to do, Pez, while they're gone? Quick.
I'm going to run away
Where do you go?
to the wash basin.
To the wash basins. Yeah, there's a couple of them like back in the back, and they're literally just buckets full of water. This isn't like a super nice affair.
Tell them to go.
But there's like stalls and there's like wash buckets.
Oh. How does the water in the wash buckets look?
Relatively clean.
Cleaner than I am.
Yes, absolutely cleaner than you are. And there seems to be like some like cloths that you can wash yourself with as well.
Is it pretty far away from? Are there still children?
I think you've made your way past and into the back and into one of these somewhat private area for the time being that you are not currently being bothered.
Okay, I'm just gonna wash up real fast and then go back, but really
just
quiet
like get
and just,
get all the crusty blood off of you, right? Because
The
that's the
crusty
thing
blood.
that you need to do. Yeah, so you can definitely clean yourself up. So the rest of the party, what else you doing?
Dag finds the nearest bed and passes out.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there. And you know what? There's one that's on the bottom, and you can just fall into it.
Oh yeah,
It's close to the ground.
he is snoring in seconds.
Yep. Dagonet is exhausted, but when you're done, that level of exhaustion will be gone. Eli, Lucky, what are you guys doing?
I don't know. I guess Eli's just gonna try and get comfortable and hang out, and I guess wait until they meet with the bandit general.
You look uncomfortable. Do you want to go and like take a bit of a patrol, look around, see if we can see anything?
Nah, I don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves. I don't know. It's been a while since I've even run with any of these types. They very well might not even still be alive, the people that know me, but
How long did you run with the bandits? I know we had a short stint together, but I don't know anything about your overall time with them.
I was just probably joined up when probably about 10 years.
Well, you really did spend some time with them. You're probably just a little baby when you started up with them, huh? You're so young already.
Yeah. I was a young punk. Just good at cards and good at talking people out of their money. I don't know. I don't like being back here. It's a lifetime ago.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we gotta. I imagine by this. Does that gonna snore? Lucky's having to like raise his voice over Dagonet. Yeah, I don't. We'll have to get some rest, you know. I can't like what?
Gonna have to run away now.
I don't. In between the snores, we might have to just get up earlier than the god come. You know. And Lucky's gonna try to take
Understood.
the top bunk to at least like
keep his swords.
Yeah, they are
loot.
they're stacked 3 high. They're rather close together to get to that point, but like they've definitely got them packed in here. And when you get up to the top, you can see, a lot of the other rest of the building, right? And you do note that there's like a lot of families here. And it's not just, armored hedges and Vulpins and otherwise, which they are in here as well. And you can see them they're kind of off to their own side. There's maybe 50 of them. But
Has Pez come back yet?
yeah, sure, Pez can have come back.
Pez, did you want to come back?
Yes.
Or did you want to go with the
quietly.
children to make a band? Can you you made some friends with all those kids, right? They look like they trust you, or at least a fan
I mean,
about
I
you.
guess.
At some point, will you ask them about Alderheart? Have you ever heard of Alderheart or the great spy Pez in Alderheart?
Ooh, tell him a story. What do you want? What do you
Well,
want?
you can tell them whatever you want, but I want to know how they feel about that city. Like, kids this young already got a chip on their shoulder about Alderheart and the people there.
Do-
What
do-
are they being told about Alderheart?
Are the kids still awake? Can we hear them banging
Well,
outside?
they've been rounded up since you went to the baths. They've been given back to people who are taking care of them. But you can, if you look around, you can definitely go find them. They're in the building.
How late is it? Would it be? I mean, are they sleeping?
You guys got here in the evening. Again, it got dark rather quickly when you were in the mountains. So they're being put to bed, right? They were being washed up for bed when they came and saw you. So now it's kind of like getting them calmed down and then into bed.
Like maybe go off to sing them a bedtime tune.
Oh, that's real smart. Lucky, you are so smart.
Somebody's gotta be.
Write so many songs about you, Lucky. I think I'm gonna do that then.
No rats.
Do you want to come with, or?
I imagine the children's sleeping areas within view, within eye shot, or whatever.
You can kind of make it out, yeah.
I'll keep an eye on you from over here, and if you get uncomfortable, just come back. You got this. I just don't want them to be intimidated by there being a captain there too.
Oh yeah, you are pretty fancy.
Put that in your song.
Oh yeah, all your swords and how you wield them all at the same time.
All of them, 3 of them.
Yeah, one with your tail, 2 with your hands.
Yeah, definitely.
Lucky
Alright.
sword face. It's a working title.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
I'm gonna scoot on over there and just.
Yeah. So you head on over to where you see the kids, and you see that most of them are either sleeping 2 or 3 to a bunk, mostly taking up the younger kids, and even some small babies are on the bottom bunks, middle bunks, and then the top ones are for some of the older children. And you see that there's a hedge woman and a servant man. They're taking care of these children. There's to be about 12 total children here, and there's these 2 adults, a middle-aged hedge woman and kind of an older servant gentleman that are getting them ready for bed. And the hedge woman is tucking in. Well, all right now, young Jim. You gotta get into bed now, okay? And you notice the little Jim is the Vulpin child, and he's still holding on to his sticks. And he's like, no, I'm gonna be in a band, and I want to play. And he hits the side of the thing. With he hits the bed frame with his sticks. I'm gonna be in a band. I'm gonna be awesome. She's like, well, now, Jim, it's okay now. I'm gonna take these away from you, and I'm gonna put them right here in my pocket, right here, and then you can get them back in the morning. He goes, but no, I really want. Oh. And then Jim sees you behind her as you approach. Oh, it's the pretty lady. And so the hedge woman turns around. Oh. Well, hello there. How may I help you?
Hello. I just came in today. I was playing a little song over there, and the kids seemed to like it, and I was wondering if maybe I could play like a lullaby
Oh,
to
that would be
sleep
right
to.
wonderful, I think. Yeah, they would absolutely love that. Now, some of them are kind of sleeping, so if you play real quiet, like the little Jim here, and you see Jim just like his eyes are wide. You gonna play a song for us?
And some of the other kids, like one of them, like pops his head over. You see, it's like a young servant. He's got like tiny little budding antlers on his head. He turns and says, "You gonna play a song? Yeah." And they're kind of like, they get up and they're all sitting on the edge of the bed and they're waiting for you.
Oh my goodness! Well, bless your little hearts. Yeah, I'm gonna play a song special for you. This song actually I learned while touring around the Alderheart region. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, Gerald Sarah says Alderheart is where all the bad birds come from, but you're a really pretty bird, so I'm sure you're one of the good ones. Right?
Well, I would
Right, you're
sure
a good
hope
bird?
so.
Are you a good bird? You
We're
a
all
good
trying
bird?
our best, aren't we? Are you a good boy?
Yes.
He looks up at the hedge and says, "Shh."
Well, what'd you say about you're from the Alderheart region?
Oh, I've been all around touring, but I was gonna play a song from the area that I heard, if that's all right. Or I could choose a different region. if
No,
you
no,
prefer.
no. It's fine. Well, most everyone here doesn't necessarily like Alderheart all that much. Lost all our homes from the fires that are coming in, and well, Birch Guard didn't do nothing about it, but the bandits took us in, and they sent us here up to General Sheridan's place, and well, she's been right good in taking care of us. But don't mind them when they're talking about bird folk like that. General Sheridan, well, she doesn't like the bird folk council too much, so she says some things that maybe she doesn't really mean about you feathered folk.
Oh no, I completely understand. There is a lot going on politically. I've heard while touring around, but yeah, it just seems like a right mess, doesn't it? And then with the fires and it's just a lot. And I'm so sorry you lost your homes, and I'm very glad you
Yeah.
found a place here.
Well, some of these kids here, I mean, it's lucky that we were even around for them. That one there, and he points up to the servant boy. He's like, he's an orphan, lost his whole family in one of the fires. Luckily, he got picked up by one of the bandit camps that were just coming to see if they could scavenge, and they found him. He'd been on his own for 3 whole days.
Oh my goodness. And they took him in and took care of him?
Absolutely. Apparently, General Sheridan has given new life and new directive to, well, these bandits, new honor. They take care of the humble folk. Now, like I said, some of them don't take too kindly to the winged folk, but, we've been on the ground for so long, almost entirely downtrodden by the Birch Guard and the council themselves. They won't even allow us representation on the council.
That is filthy. I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I took so much of your time here. The kids are all waiting, and you see them there. They're like super waiting impatiently. Like they started kind of like wrestling with each other on the beds and stuff. They're all getting really worked back up into being awake, which is not what they need to be doing right now. I'm sorry about that. I can talk your ear off some other time.
Oh, for sure. I was just gonna ask really quick. Do the kids have chores they do here? How do
Oh,
they help
yeah,
out? What do they do?
They help with they bring in all the fresh waters and such. We have wells, so they do well runs for us and help with the washing, and they help with the cooking and the cleaning. Some of the older ones, they help with fletching arrows, and they apprentice under some of the blacksmiths and the armor smiths. So they're doing real good work there, and they're learning how to build stuff. That's how we built this whole area here. Is we got a couple good carpenters here, and they taught some of the other humble folk how to build. So we made a right little community here, I do think. A found family.
That is just absolutely lovely. You have given me inspiration. I'm gonna do a lullaby if that's all right. I would love to chat more though later.
Oh no, that's wonderful. I'm just gonna sit down. And you know that there's like a really old rocking chair for some reason that's over here, and she sits down in it and picks up 2 knitting needles. And you note that like this yarn that she's using is very similar to the ones that are made or the blankets that are on your bed. She probably made those blankets. But yeah, she sits and she begins to clack, 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 clack as she rocks back and forth. And the kids are all just sitting there waiting.
I'm gonna take out the owlos and just play a soft little tune.
Mm-hmm.
Just quiet and calm
And they really, really enjoy it. The ones that were rowdy stop to listen, and they've never heard anything that you've been playing before, especially in the style or skill that you have played it at. And you do note that some of the younger ones kind of eventually nod off, and they kind of like lean on each other, and they're sleeping. And once she notices the caretaker, she gets up and she like tucks them all in one by one until the last one awake is the young servant orphan up at the top. That was real nice. Thank you. And he lays back down in bed, and he kind of like he's turned and looking at you from up on top of like this third bunk, and he just kind of sits there, and eventually his eyes also close, and he goes to sleep. And the caretaker, she comes up, she says, "Thank you very much for that. They were so wild earlier today, and you just put them right to sleep. It's a blessing that we have you here. What's your name, young one?"
Oh, my name is Fez.
Yes?
Mhm.
Is that with an F?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm just starting out, but I enjoy playing.
Good to have you here. I'm Maria. You can come
Hello.
find me whenever, and I hope you do enjoy those blankets over there. I did make them out of some of the wool that we had.
They are so soft. You do so good with these kids too. Oh my goodness.
Thank you. I lost mine. I keep. I'll tell you some other time. You go get some rest. You've had a long day.
I'm gonna give her a hug.
And she does, and she brings you in, and it's like the warmest, tightest hug. It reminds you a lot of when you gave your parents the goodbye hug, and she embraces you tightly, and then she moves you back and she pats you on the shoulder and says, "Have a good night, darling."
I'm gonna cry.
And she goes and she sits back down in the chair and she continues knitting and she starts humming softly to herself the tune that you were just playing. And I think that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. We fade out on this this middle-aged edge woman seemingly lost her children and has found some new ones. And our party has infiltrated the bandit camp, as it were. But thank you very much, guys, for tuning in this evening. I super duper appreciate it. This has been DieFall Alderheart episode 8. We're gonna go around the horn here and do some shout outs, and then we'll wrap up the show. Let's do Miss Simply Jackson first. I know you're off camera right now, but where can the people find you at?
People can find me in regret and misery. No, you can find me at Simply Jackson, no underscore in between the two on Twitter, or Simply JXN with an underscore between the Y and the J. Here on Twitch, I play a variety of video games. I'm also on another D&D show live over on Kobold Press's channel every Tuesday. I have many fields right now. I lucky. I debates. Big debates. Thanks, Joel.
Yeah, no problem. It was really fun. Thanks for being on this show this evening.
Thanks
I
for almost
appreciate it.
murdering me with a rock and then murdering my heart.
Yeah, well, I do what I can. The Lady May, where can the people find you at?
They can find me here Thursdays, playing the D&D as Dagonet. And then you can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Lady May. And then sometimes on my stream when I do things. Which will be one day again, maybe, hopefully.
I hope so too. I really, really do. It'll be good. Thanks for being on tonight, May. Appreciate it. Bonus stage, Rob. Where can the people find you at?
You can find me at twitch.tv/bonus_stage_Rob eventually. Coming soon to a stream near you because I'm moving and it's going to be great. I also play games occasionally that steal my feelings. Are we the bad guys? Like, I hate this. Catch me here questioning my life decisions. Or catch me at twitch.tv/game nights. That's game with 2 G's like GG and K and nights like the guy with the sword. I play Travis, the Steely boy. He burgles, he borgles. He's got a skeleton key. It's probably magical. It's great. That's it. Game nights, 4 p.m. Eastern this weekend from probably my laptop or phone because I forgot where my internet was this weekend. And I'm in the process of booking another TTRPG show, which I could probably announce next week for sure. I think.
Cool.
I don't know who's to say. It's exciting. So
Thanks
yeah,
for playing, Rob.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Love you too. Love you too, Malaveth. I came around to you last because we had a nice little talk at the very end there, role playing wise. Where can the people find you at?
Why do you do this? You're supposed to have feelings. You're supposed to stab things.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not really, but
Hi, my name's Malaveth. I'm on the internet. I post a lot of art and stuff on Twitter, /Mally_games, because I can't get Malaveth, even though I've asked Twitter, but they haven't gotten back to me yet. The person hasn't used their account for like 11 years, but apparently I can't have it. Anyway, hi, my name's Malaveth. I stream 3 days a week. Playing Jedi Fallen Order currently, but I'm almost done. So if you don't want to watch the ending, don't come over. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Joel. This is my channel. I'm Runaway Robot, so you probably figured that out. If you're new here, please follow this channel and follow all of the other lovely people that are here. The biggest things that I have to say is that I did roll out a Patreon for DieFall, specifically the Dungeons and Dragons portions of this. It is now fully updated with tiers and things. So if you want to be part of an NPC name roulette or have a recurring NPC or have art stuff or behind the scenes things, go to patreon.com/DieFall and contribute to the show because all of the proceeds go directly to the cast members that decide that they want that. Other than that, we'll be playing again next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're gonna see what happens with these banditos. And thanks very much for being here tonight, guys.
Yo, you know what else is updated with tears?
What is that?
Me after the end of this episode.
Hey.
Whoa! All right, that's it.
We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.